Just pulling it up now. Man, work, right? Like, you have to work and you're supposed to. I have a feeling it's going to be a long day too. So do you guys want me to start where it's playing now? Or do you guys want me to start from this morning? Hey, me, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Good morning, Krista. From now? Okay. Thank you, Adria. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's see. Good morning, Chatter. You've got it on your TV too.
Bed in your bedroom?
Yeah.
Now, the way the bed is.
Good morning, Wicked Flower. Good morning, good morning.
The wall is slightly askew or at an angle. Is that the way it was typically?
No.
And when you left the bedroom that day for the last time prior to coming home later that night, was the bed in that position?
I don't think so.
It had this photo mark.
It may be admitted.
Can y'all see him today? There we go.
And you said you saw the window, is that correct? Yeah. Was it open?
Yeah, there was wind blowing in.
Showing you a photo here. Is that a fair and accurate depiction of how the window looked?
Yeah.
So now they're talking about, I guess, the point where she's throwing out the window. Do me a favor, guys, before I get hit, don't forget numb thumbs, numb thumbs. Don't forget to tap, 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 tap.
And over to the window?
No.
Don't forget to repost and share if you're just getting in here. And do me a favor, send a heart me.
One or two steps.
It helps.
And I immediately turned around and went outside.
Hey, Soul Stitches.
The blood
Hello.
that you saw, where was that located in the room?
It was everywhere. It was, it looked like it was sprayed almost with like a hose. And there was a huge puddle in the middle of the room, and it was sprayed all over pretty much every surface.
Already I got hit, man. You guys are wild.
Okay. Showing you 3 photos.
Thank you, Mim, for the follow. I appreciate it. Good morning, she said.
What's depicted there, and is that a fair and accurate?
No, Faithless.
On January 24th, 2023.
Yeah.
We could have these 3 photos marked as the next exhibits.
It may be admitted.
Can everybody hear this okay? Good morning, Loopy. Oh.
So they're showing you what's been marked exhibit 44. Is this the entrance to the room, looking into the room?
Yeah.
And then exhibit 45, is this mirror to the right of that bureau we were just looking at?
Yep.
And this area right here, is this the blood you were referring to?
Yeah, that's some of the blood.
And then in exhibit 46, is that getting closer to the window?
Yeah.
And is that more?
You know what, guys? Screw it. I'm just going to show y'all. I'm going to take this off so you guys can see.
Going back to exhibit 42. There's no blood on the walls or on the bedding.
Thank you, Saul.
Correct.
On those walls and the bedding, correct.
Just you, Michelle.
Sir, were you aware that the defendant's phone was found on the bed in the bedroom that night?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
They're showing you this phone with this light brown case. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
Whose phone is it?
That was Lindsay's phone.
And is this the phone that she was consistently using between September of 2022 and, well, actually August of 2022 throughout the fall and into January of 2023?
Yeah.
You could have this marked.
Were you, Lisa?
That may be admitted.
47. Sir, after making those observations in the bedroom, what did you do next?
I ran downstairs and went outside.
And do you recall whether you came around, whether you went out the
Thank
front
you,
door or the
guys.
back door?
I went out the back door.
So that would be the sliders, is that right?
Yeah.
And where did you go from there?
I just looked around in the backyard below that window and I saw Lindsay.
And where did you see her?
She was face up in the backyard
And where in the backyard was she?
at the bottom of the window.
And so, looking at exhibit 38, you said this was the window, correct, the top right?
Correct.
Where was she in relation to that window?
Directly below it.
So down here by the window well?
Yeah.
For the record, I was pointing.
Guys, there was no roof that she slid down like Spider-Man.
I'll show you a photo of that window you were referring to. Is this the exterior view of that window to your bedroom that night?
Yeah.
We could have this marked as an exhibit, please.
That may be admitted.
Exhibit 48. Showing you exhibit 48. So the window's open, correct?
Yes.
And the screen for the window is up, correct?
Yeah.
At any point in time that night or afterwards, did you notice that the screen was cut or broken in any way?
I didn't notice that. No.
And
No, this is
saw
when he found her
Lindsay
right below the
on
window.
ground there, under the window, which direction was her body facing?
Her head was closer to the house. Her feet were away from the house.
Okay. And did you go to her?
Yeah.
And did you observe any injuries?
Yes.
And what did you see?
She had deep cuts on her wrists, and she had a red line across her neck. I wasn't sure what it was at first, but she cut her neck.
And do you recall that these wounds weren't actively bleeding at the time?
I later learned that I said that on the 911 call.
And when you observed these wounds, is it correct that the 911 operator asked you or instructed you to apply pressure if needed?
I don't recall the whole call, but I believe that's probably true.
Okay. And you didn't at the time feel the need to apply pressure to any of those wounds, correct?
Correct.
Did you say anything to Lindsay when you found her in that state?
Yeah, I said, what happened?
And what was her response?
She said I tried to kill myself.
Did you ask her anything else?
I said, where are the kids?
And what was her response?
She said they're in the basement.
And at that time, she didn't tell you that they needed help or they were in danger or they were injured, correct?
Correct.
And so you mentioned talking to someone on 911. At what point did you call 911?
I don't know the exact time, but it took a few minutes because my phone was switching between Wi-Fi and 911. So I almost just started calling out for the neighbors, but eventually it went through.
Okay. So you had some difficulty connecting, but eventually you connected to the 911 operator?
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple
And
of minutes.
did you stay on the phone with them while they were sending people to respond?
Yeah.
Okay. While you're on the phone with 911, are they asking you questions and you're responding with information about her condition?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you could just look at the screen here, is this the model of the first floor of your home?
Yes.
Okay. And so we have here the sliding glass doors. Where would the basement door be in this model?
Directly below the stairs.
What is happening?
So now that it's flipped around, is this the door to the basement right here?
Yeah.
And for the record, that's the door across from the downstairs bathroom.
Yeah.
And then how long approximately, and I know you weren't looking at your watch or anything like that, but can you estimate for us how long it took for first responders to arrive?
Forever?
4 or 5 minutes.
Okay, come on.
And during that time, are you continuing to try to talk to Lindsay?
Yeah.
Is she responding?
She's in and out of consciousness.
Okay. Was she breathing on her own?
I believe so.
And you're communicating information to the 911 operators, and are they giving you, advice on how to deal with the situation as it progresses?
Yeah.
Okay. Once emergency personnel arrive, what do you do?
I immediately got up and ran to the basement.
Okay. And
5
you
minutes
still have
to
the
get
phone
there.
on you? You're still on the 911 call?
Yeah, I didn't realize it at the time, but I did.
Okay. And have you look at this model here on the screen. Is this a fair and accurate depiction of the setup of your basement?
Yeah.
Okay. If you can just describe the rooms for us, what the purpose of each room was.
So the room in the back left was my office. The room with the black rubber mat is the gym. And then there's the living room to the right of that. And then the back right is just an area of the living room. And then there's a bathroom next to that.
So when you come down those stairs that night, which direction did you go?
Immediately went left.
And when you went left, what did you see?
I saw Cora.
And how did she look?
She had a band around her neck.
And was that an exercise band?
Yeah.
And do you recall whether she was, what position she was in, whether face up or face down?
She's face down.
And
Thank you, Life by the Sea, for the
Busy
follow. I
schedules,
appreciate it.
homework hovering, and that quiz is tomorrow? When school feels stressful, Wise Sand has the cure. With the nation's largest network of tutors.
I'm just letting you guys know if you guys are sensitive to any children
and tied it? Was it in a knot that you had to, put everything down and unknot it, or how was it tied?
I'm not sure I fully remember.
Do you recall describing it previously as when you initially tie your shoes, but then don't do the bow?
Yeah, that sounds right.
And was she responsive?
No,
And what did you see or do next?
I saw Callan.
And where was he?
He was next to her.
And how did he appear?
He had a band around his neck.
Sorry?
He had a band around his neck.
And did you remove
Hey,
that?
Paula.
Yeah,
And do you recall what position he was in?
same as Cora.
And looking at the model here, if you could just tell us, where was Cora?
The left of the couch.
So would that be this area here that I'm pointing to, in between the bureau and the couch?
Yeah,
And where was Callan?
to her left.
Thank you, Paula.
So would that be more over here towards the chair and the bureau?
Yeah.
After you removed the band from Callan's neck, what did you do next?
I tried to find Dawson.
And where did you go?
I looked in the bathroom and on the other side of the couch. And then I went to the other side of the basement and he was in my office.
And when you saw Dawson, what condition was he in?
I knew he was gone.
And did he also have a band around his neck?
Yeah.
And did you
Hey,
remove that
baby
band?
D.
Yeah.
And looking at the office here, where was he located within the office?
Just to the left of the door when you went in.
Just in this area here, right inside the door?
Yeah.
So we may approach briefly.
Yeah, please.
Man. Part of me wonders, Mrs. Mack, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're just getting in here on TikTok, do me a favor. Don't forget to give a follow. Don't forget to share this out and repost. I appreciate it. Over here on Facebook and YT, same thing. If you guys can give a like, I appreciate it. Thank you, Inside, for the follow. I appreciate it.
Now, after finding Dawson and taking off the band, what happened next?
I think I was back and forth. I think I went to try to help Cora.
Did you try to give her CPR?
Yeah.
At some point in time, do the first responders make their way down to the basement?
Yeah.
And do they take over care of the children?
Yeah.
Where do you go?
They sent me upstairs.
Okay. And
I can't imagine how hard
at this point,
is.
Your Honor, I'd move to submit the 911 call as the next exhibit.
It's hard listening to it.
Yeah. I don't know that we're going to be able to hear this 911 call.
Pursuant to the earlier order.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to hear that 911 call. Man. Although I still don't understand. I feel like the 911 call is a little bit important. My question is, number one, the woman's laying on the ground. It took you a few minutes to call 911. My phone was
Dawson and Callan
switching.
removed from the home and taken to a hospital.
Yeah.
Was that Beth Israel Deaconess in Plymouth?
Yeah.
Did you also go to that location?
Yeah.
And at the hospital, were you able to see your children?
Yeah.
And was Callan then transported to Children's Hospital?
Yeah.
Did anyone ever tell you not to leave your kids alone with Lindsay?
No.
In January of 2023,
Anybody
did
say
Lindsay
you got to
ever
wipe
tell
your butt
you
after you
that
poop?
she wanted to harm your children?
No.
Did she ever tell you she was going to kill your children?
No.
Did you receive, a few days after this happened, did you receive a phone call from the defendant while she was at Brigham and Women's
Hey,
Hospital?
Gemma.
I think it was like a week or so after, yeah.
And what did the defendant say at that time about what had happened with the children?
She didn't talk about our kids. She talked about what she went through.
And what did she say about?
With many of us working from home and driving less, isn't it time car insurance companies offer a discount for that?
Yeah, this is annoying.
Do it now, she would lose her chance or something like that.
And did she also tell you that she had had a moment of psychosis?
I don't recall.
Did she mention the children at all during that call?
I don't think so. I mean, not directly.
Had she ever mentioned psychosis to you before?
No, I didn't know what psychosis was until after this happened.
Did she ever tell you she was hearing a man's voice before?
No.
If I may have a moment, Your Honor.
Sure.
Holding his breath.
Yeah.
Talk about.
I have no further questions for this witness.
All
I
right.
just have exhibits
All
after.
right. Counsel Casey, just briefly, sidebar.
Sidebar. Love the sidebar. You know, it's I feel like what the defense needs to do is really try and, in layman's terms, in the most easy way you can, because it's a very complicated situation, explain the mental health aspect of it. Explain what psychosis is, what it means, and the false understanding that people have of what it actually means to be in a psychotic state. Because if you don't do that, then that jury and those people are not going to understand. They can understand only from their perspective, and that's the problem. This is the third sidebar so far, yeah. And I don't know why people are focusing so much on just the medications, because more than the medications could have caused this sickness. Exactly,
The
Cal.
witness
Explain
could
it like
be
a fourth
excused.
grader.
Be excused, subject to recall at a later point today. Thank you, sir. All right, Commonwealth?
Your Honor, at this point, I would move to submit some evidence. First,
Faithless said it. She's keeping track on the
would
sidebars.
be the clothing Cora Clancy was wearing the night of
Why do
July
we need the
24th,
clothing as
2023.
evidence? Not really sure what that's doing for people. Like, we know she did it. She admitted it. Again, I think they're just pulling at heartstrings.
First, the pajama pants.
Oh, Jesus. Evidence to show what? That she was wearing pajamas when she was found. They will, Devlin. I'm sure they will. They're still up producing, getting up the evidence.
And then the pink robe.
Look at her. She's looking away. Can you guys see Lindsay?
They may be admitted.
That would be too,
Yeah.
you know. And, yes.
Thank you.
And then Dawson's clothing.
Yeah, I really do
Yeah,
feel
the
bad for her. This has
dinosaur
got to
over the
be,
record.
yeah, she's crying hard right now.
And a gray t-shirt or shirt, long
And
sleeve
she's
shirt.
looking away from the, oof. I don't know what the point of showing these clothes is other than shock value, right? That's really all I can think of because, guys, it's not in question whether or not she did it. We know she did it. She admitted it. The question is she criminally responsible? And this, in my opinion, is really just for shock value for the prosecution.
And then
And to
Helen
piss me
Jones.
off, of course, you know, there's that.
As the next exhibit, please.
That may be admitted.
Yellow exercise band found with Dawson.
Oh,
Have this as the
I
next
thought they said
exhibit,
they were
please.
blue bands.
After the gym, after work runs
Am I the
late,
only one that
after
heard
just
blue
one more
exercise
game,
bands?
Moe's is open late for your after whatever meal.
This woman in
Oh,
Kansas
yeah, yeah,
City
yeah.
searched her name
I
and
feel
found
like I
$6.1
heard,
million in unclaimed
I don't
money.
know
Like,
why I
what?
feel like blue sticking out in my head, but
Black exercise band found with Cora.
oh, I guess they're multicolored. All right.
Could I have this as the next exhibit, please.
That may,
Why are we? I mean, it's her guilt is not in question. Like her guilt of the actual crime is not in question. What are we doing here?
Exercise band.
I
found with
did hear
Helen.
blue. Okay. With the baby, I think that's the blue one.
We could have this as the next exhibit, please.
that may be admitted.
Your Honor, we would ask that the 911 call be played.
All right. All right. Members of the jury, I just kind of wanted to give you,
I don't understand.
sometimes in a trial, evidence that is introduced that produces in jurors an emotional response. For example, it's understandable to feel sympathy and empathy when you hear or see certain evidence. And so, but as jurors who have taken an
Hey,
oath to
Angela.
follow the law, I'm instructing you that the law says you must separate any emotional reaction on your part from the informational value and weight of the evidence. You must not be influenced in any way by the unpleasant nature of some of the evidence, including testimony, including exhibits. And so you must find the facts in this case. Based
Yeah,
only on
her
the
lawyer
evidence.
holding
So,
her lawyer
you
holding her
can't
hand
find
speaks
facts or
volumes.
base your decision on sympathy, anger, passion, or prejudice or pity.
Yes, exposing.
for or
This
against
is Lindsay
either side.
Clancy,
Rather,
the woman
the
with the
verdict
postpartum.
must be based solely on the evidence that is introduced in this case and my instructions and any other limiting instructions. And I'll go into that, but I just kind of wanted to remind you of that as we go through this. All right, at this point, we're going to play the exhibit, which is, I believe, the 911 call. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I want to remind everyone that there is a order entered by the court regarding this matter. It's not to be recorded. It's not to be broadcast, and it's not to be reproduced in any way, subject to any sanctions that would go along with the violation of that court order. But
I
just wanna
don't
remind
understand.
everybody, That order applies
You won't play the 911 call
And
because it was too
5
emotional. I get the
So I just kinda
autopsy
wanted to
pictures of the
remind
children,
everybody,
but you just showed the
in
clothes
regards-
they died in.
So with that.
I feel like the clothes was more damaging than the 911 call. I don't understand the 911 call, but you'll show their little clothes. You can't make that make sense unless something happened on that 911 call, unless there was a pause, or I feel like there's something on that. I don't know. I'm just not comfortable with the fact that they're not sharing the 911 call. I mean, it's going to be public record. People are going to hear it. It doesn't make any sense unless there's something that, I mean, I get it's distressing, but what about the clothes that the kids died in and the bands that were wrapped around their neck? That wasn't too much. Like, why did we allow that? I get the autopsy photos of the children. I absolutely get that. We don't need to see them because, again, her guilt is not in question, right? We know she did it. However, I feel like the clothes the kids died in and the bands that were wrapped around their neck is a little bit more distressing than the 911 call. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The 911 call I don't get, and I don't like it. I'm very, I don't like the fact that they do this too much, that they cancel things out for the media. I get the children's pictures, but there are certain things that, I feel like we have a right to, and that's one of them. You showed the clothes that they were wearing. Like, make that make sense. Like the actual bands that were wrapped around their neck. You just showed everybody. They are. We have the transcription of it. However, it's not the same. And I feel like, why was it so important to... My question is, how long were you sitting with her before you asked where the kids were? Like, you had a baby, you had children, you were with her for quite a few minutes before you even went to go find the kids. Yeah, hearing it gives emotion and it gives an exact of what actually happened, right? So, yeah, I just don't like the fact that they did that.
First, I guess, calling kids.
Yeah.
For the kids. Like, oh, you're there, Lane. Where are the kids? I'm gonna go look.
Oh, they're in the basement. Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
You know, sorry, you can see it in a little bit.
And again, it took you minutes. How
The
many
thing that I
times you
keep
trying to call
repeating again and again
911
is start.
before the
Start with that
911
one
call
pain
went through?
point that's
One
waking
time
you
it
up at
didn't go through, and I'm at my neighbor's. I'm screaming. Somebody else is there. I just don't like that. A baby being alone in the house with a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, I think. They were little. It's concerning to
Yeah,
me.
5, 3, and 8 months old.
Yeah. I don't know. And honestly, if you knew that she had thoughts of harming the children, because let's be real, she said it to them. She said it to him before. Wouldn't your first reaction be like, "Shit, where's the kids?"
Yeah.
Like, she said it to you. She had thoughts of harming the kids and herself. Well, here she is, harmed herself. My first reaction, I feel like, would have been, "Where are the kids?" Soul said, finally, yes, he knew the kids were alone, negligence. He left his 3 small children alone in the basement, knowing the only 2 adults in the house were outside the home. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to hit him off with negligence. Yeah, I think that I don't know his state of mind having seen what he just witnessed, though. That's a little concerning to me. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it is concerning to me. We say we'd ask about the kids first, but he may have been frozen in fire, which is exactly why I just said what I said. Like, I don't want to, I can't speak on someone's state of mind in that situation. I know as a mom, my first reaction would be, where the kids' dads are different, right? Yeah, it definitely could have been shock. That's why I have questions about this 911 call. What are you hiding? I feel like this 911 call is an important piece of evidence. You showed the clothes they were wearing, but not the 911 call. I don't know. And again, I think every side of a court trial like this is sleazy, right? I think they're all trying to play games, and I get it, which is why I want to see everything. I want to know everything because, again, I get the jury is the jury, right? But I'm also a peer, and I want to see how the court system's functioning.
He said like something in the 911 call, like, I knew I shouldn't have left. She's been saying she wasn't well. Or
Yeah.
something like
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to hear. She is breaking down. Oh my gosh. This is absolutely horrible. Wow. Yeah, guys, look at her. This is so sad. That is not a woman who did this on, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, DK, I'm with you. I'm not sure either. I'm definitely open to seeing what the prosecution has to present. Right now, I'm more on the side of the psychosis. I don't agree with the defense going with just purely the medications, because there's many reasons why it would be, this woman would be in a psychotic state, than more than just the medications, right? Just the lack of sleep alone, the stress of it alone, already having been in postpartum and then dealing with, an underlying bipolar. Yeah, I did more than medications causing psychosis. Any one of those situations could have. Man. That's wild. Could it be a combination of medications, or was she just taking one medication? It could have been the combination of medications. However, the prosecution's trying to state that she didn't take very many of the medications. But again, psychosis wouldn't be just from a result of the medications, polypharmacy. Robin, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Psychosis can be caused by lack of sleep in and of itself.
Follow me, please.
Yeah, so I'm so heartbroken for her too. Yeah, Angela. So many hours without sleep, neurodivergent, you can go into psychosis. I literally watched my sweater walk across my room.
Jurors of exit the courtroom, the court's in session, please be seated.
We'll be in recess at this time.
Thank you.
Court, all rise.
All right, we're in recess.
Recess, please exit the courtroom. Clear out the courtroom, please. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to mute this while they're on recess. How long is the recess? Do we know? And I also want people to understand. I just want to see how long it is. How long is the recess? Did anybody hear that? How long the recess is? She has to have the worst survivor's guilt. Just a few doses of an SSRI by someone who has adverse reaction can cause this also. Not only the medications can cause psychosis, lack of sleep in and of itself, but all by its lonesome, can cause psychosis. The stress of being in postpartum and underlying bipolar issues can cause psychosis. All of this stuff could have caused psychosis by itself. The postpartum period can cause psychosis. Right? She was already suffering from a depression, anxiety can cause psychosis. I don't know why they're focusing on the medications and the polypharmacy being the main reason for the psychosis, because while that's true, that could have aided and been a reason for the psychosis. There were other reasons this woman could have been understandably in a psychosis. And I want people to understand psychosis, there is no time frame for it. It can be long periods of time. It could be, you know what I mean? Like just a few minutes. It's
I
not.
was going to ask you how long she had it, or do we know how long?
Well, right after the second baby, she the first one, she had a postpartum anxiety. The second baby, the depression came on. The OCD a little bit came on with that second baby. And then she definitely, after the third one, was suffering from like the depression and suicidal ideations and stuff like that. It got worse as the children, you know what I mean? The more pregnancies, again, textbook, right? And so many of these things could have caused the psychosis. I don't understand why they're focusing on the medications, because while they can, it's not the only reason. It would be the only thing that explains her psychosis. There are many factors that could explain her going into a psychotic state.
And how far apart are her children?
5, 3, and 8 months at their time of death. Yeah. How long has the trial been on so far today? About an hour and a half. So did any...
TikTok and I saw you live it up.
Right? Where's Jamie? Jamie in here? Jamie's late for court. I was late for court too, though, this morning, guys. I couldn't even... I have to have at least a cup of coffee. I'm already on my second, but, you know, I needed to be caffeinated before I could even come on here. Do we know? Thank you, love, peace. Thank you, guys. Do we know? Hold on, let me. Do we know how long this break is? Did anybody hear it? I know some of you guys are watching this at home. You all know me and this big mouth. Sometimes I overtalk it. Con, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Sold. I didn't see how long this recess would be. But the last recess on day 1 was 15 to 20 minutes, I believe. All right, so we got a little time. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You guys are watching me in the YouTube. That's so funny. Let me flip you guys around here. Because y'all know I already got hammered today, guys. I've got like 2 restrictions. So Ambien, Klonopin. First of all, the Remron, all of those medications in and of itself. First of all, if she was addicted to benzodiazepines and she was trying to, because we all saw that in her thing, she admitted to the addiction of it and was trying to come off it. We saw Patrick saying that in and of itself, trying to wean yourself or cold turkey yourself off of a benzodiazepine addiction can cause a psychosis. There are a lot of things that explain a psychotic state for her. And they're focusing on just the medications, and I don't like that. But that goes back to the lack of understanding of this mental health and the psychiatric aspect of it.
And that's bipolar.
Yeah.
You can go into, what was she, bipolar 1, right? They stated.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's more amped to go into a psychosis. People with bipolar 1, that's a known thing.
Thank you, Angela. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And again, psychosis can just happen, right? Is it possible that it just came on? Yes. Is it possible to plan inside of a psychotic state? Yes. Do you become, are you still smart in a psychotic state? Yes. You don't just get dumb. You still have thoughts. You still have, you know what I mean? She was carrying out, you think you can still premeditate in a psychotic state. You can still plan it out and be in a psychosis. Like I want people to understand that. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. She planned these murders in a psychotic state, I personally believe. Where was the planning other than a few minutes on that day? I mean, she took the kid to the doctor. I ain't going to sit there and take the kid to the doctor if I'm planning on killing him in a couple of hours. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense. The husband was in the basement all day. She could have took him upstairs to the bedrooms and killed him then, and he's downstairs working. He said they only came up maybe once, maybe twice that day. She did not. I haven't seen any evidence that she Googled how to kill someone. I do know that's going around the internet. I, however, have not seen any proof that she Googled how to kill someone. I do know that according to the civil lawsuit paperwork, that she Googled something along the lines of, and don't quote me, how to know if you're a psychopath. So I do know that was Googled, but I do not know for a fact. I have not been able to see that she Googled how to kill. And I'm going to tell you this, for everyone who says, well, is she premeditated? She's a murderer. She's a nurse. She knows exactly how to kill somebody. Like,
I'm sorry, I was putting color on my lady. I didn't know I was up here.
oh, that's okay. You know what I mean? You didn't. I muted you. We can hear you talking. I thought you knew you were on. But you know what I mean? Right. It'll come up in trial if it was Googled. However, why does a nurse have to Google how to kill? Like, she knows how to kill somebody. She knows exactly what causes death. You know what I mean? So make that make sense. So I don't know. I feel like she was thinking like a nurse. She was thinking like a nurse. And again, I want people to understand something. As nurses, we are trained to have, we're trained in everything, right? When we go through nursing school, we're trained in every specialty. You got med surg, peds, labor and delivery, cardiac, everything, right? You get a little bit of everything. Then you come out into the nursing world and you go and you pick where you're going to end up, right? Take away the fact that I'm a mom of 10 though. Like, so my experiences are different. But the average nurse who's never dealt in peds or labor and delivery, they're not going to know they're going to know the basics, right? How we know when an emergency is coming up. We don't know that specialty. I'm certified orthopedics. I'm certified. I have a lot of certifications. You don't want me on a peds floor because peds are a completely different world to me. And that's not my specialty. I'm going to miss something. Okay. Same thing with labor and delivery. And they've dragged me to a lot of places where I felt like, damn, I should not be here. Labor and delivery. Yes, I can, I can do the basics, right? But that's not my area of specialty. So to sit there and assume that this woman would know all psychiatric medications when she works as a labor and delivery nurse is wild to me. Because again, you know the basics. And if you're not keeping up in your area of specialty, then you really aren't familiar with the updated medications, the side effects, what's going on in that world. She was a labor and delivery nurse. Like, so though she had training in other things, I need people to understand without training, you know the basics, right? You don't have a deeper understanding in psychiatric meds. She would have known if she took this meds and mixed it with this one. No, probably not. You know what I mean? So you look them up. Come on. Well, I agree, but at what point do you, if you don't know psych, you don't know psych. You know what I mean? Like I need you know the basics, but not every nurse knows a regular person can.
Well, it's like an insurance salesman. I can sell you auto and home insurance, but I can't sell you life insurance. I don't know shit about life insurance.
So let's,
I know the basics.
so those of you who just said that, so those of you taking one medication and you Googled it and you Googled the side, you know that you shouldn't be mixing that with something else. If it, like you can only know to your level of understanding. You would also trust your specialists and doctors. Yeah. You know, I feel like everyone's like, well, how did she not know she was in, you know what I mean? She was going through all this. I feel like she did. I feel like she did know. I feel like she did everything that, what else could she have done? Hold on. I look up everything and see what mixes with everything. I agree. Although she should have had the knowledge, Kim, to use her pharmacist. I agree with that. I know doctors that would call the pharmacist and be like, listen, is this work? Because you can't know everything about everything all the time. You don't know every detail about every specialty. Exactly. Exactly. She did everything people say to do. She did, however, as a labor and delivery nurse, she knew the signs of postpartum, right? That she did have knowledge on. And so that's why when she started Googling psychopath and, she knew something was wrong and people weren't listening, I feel like she knew. She had to have known at that point something was wrong. And she did, which makes me think that that's why she went really aggressive with trying to find help. Exactly, Mercy. She didn't know how to deal with it. And again, most people don't, right? Usually, you don't really know when you're in a psychotic episode. All the bottles were from the same pharmacy. I can't believe they didn't speak out. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Really sad. They said it seemed Patrick had anxiety getting off the stand. I'm sure he does. And again, did the doctors ever tell you not to leave her alone with the children? No. But a common sense kicks in at some point. If my husband ever said I had feelings of harming the children, I would not trust you with the children. I don't know if I ever could again. Yeah, not to be mean, but like I feel like I would always have that in the back of my head.
Never be able to relax.
No. Even if you were better and it was 10 years, and I'd still
Yeah.
always have that in the back of my head that I couldn't. And that's not to
She
be
said what
mean.
she said.
Yeah. That's not to be mean, or you know what I mean? Like that's always going to be here. And again, I wouldn't expect anyone to ever trust me with my kids again if I can ever think like that. So I don't know. I don't want to say he's responsible. However, I mean, he did try to get her help, right? Just ask my husband what he'd do if I said that. What'd he say, called? No, I don't think he's responsible. That was the wrong word. Negligent is a better word. Antoinette, thank you for the follow. That's a great name. It's my middle name. He said ER psych ward immediately. Yeah. And if they didn't let me in, my husband would have locked me up in a room somewhere and threw away the key until I was in a psych ward. Like, gifting suspended, visibility restricted. Man, y'all are killing me. What the hell am I being hit for? Y'all people are wild. You have nothing better to do than sit here and report me.
When I am bipolar too. I take medications. It helps me a lot. And I remember when I was pregnant with my third child, I was not taking my meds, and my mother-in-law, she did not like my dinner I made. I got so mad that in the middle of the night, woke up, took me and my two kids, and drove 2,400 miles back home without telling anybody I left.
Yeah.
Was I in a psychosis? Probably. Was I going to hurt my kids? No, I would not hurt my kids, but I was not thinking logically.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want you guys to kind of think of that too. If you have mental health issues and you're not medicated, why do you get medicated? What's you get medicated so that you're not making these rash decisions or ruining your work, your life,
Yeah.
or feeling depressed. So she's doing what she felt was right by going to the doctor and trusting them that the doctor said this will help with this and I'm going to feel better.
Yeah. So Lakota over here on YT just said, I asked my husband last night and he immediately said he would have taken the children and left. Yeah. Yep. I agree with that. I agree with that. Now, guys, do me a favor. If over here on TikTok, if you guys are just getting in here, don't forget to give a follow. I have been hit with 3 restrictions so far. In the last, I've only been on for about 55 minutes. So I'm on my 3rd restriction violation. So I'm going to come off and come back on. So don't forget to follow me so you know you can come find me when I get back on. And those of you over on YT and FB, if you guys can do me a favor and give a thumbs up to the live. There's a few of you in here. I've got 2 likes. Y'all can do better than that. I appreciate it. Emily, Debbie, thank you girls so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And guys, I'll be right back. Those of you on the panel, come back. I'll be right back. Holly, you're going to YT. I see you. Guys, for those of you in here, also know that I am streaming this on FB and YT also. Virgo Boy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Man, guys, TikTok hates me. These people are just like mass reporting. Y'all, if you don't like me, just, I don't know, get a dartboard of my face and throw some darts. Stop reporting me. Your thumb's got to get tired. Yo, this is why I like YT better though, because I can do the streaming. It's easier. And y'all ain't coming at me over here like they do over there. It's absolutely wild. Look at this face, guys. How do you not like me? I got freckles and dimples. I'm just kidding. Well, there goes my getting reported on YT now. No, I'm just kidding. All right, we are on a break still from Patrick Clancy testifying. I had to take a break from Toxic Talk. Man, Angela, who you telling? I know. It's TikTok is the psych ward. It's the crazy ward. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's wild. It doesn't give me the option to like this live again. Oh, that's okay. I love that face and Moo's face, Angela T. It's right. At least show up for Moo. At least show up for Moo. Moo is being well behaved. Did you tie them to the chair? No, my daughter gave him some extra treats this morning, so he's fat and feeling full. Hey, baby.
Joey wants to know if you could keep the kids later.
Yeah, maybe later. Tell her I'll give her a call. Okay. So yeah. I don't get how it even has validation on that app with True News going on. Yeah, I don't know. It's wild. Yes, guys, do me a favor. Get at least one more like. Give it to Moo. Moo wants it. Moo wants the Rooter Pooter. I love the name. Hello, hello. I don't get how it even... Yeah, I don't know. This is all wild. These... Let me see what's happening over here before I'm sitting here getting hammered on YT because I'm showing you all ads. Man, this case, I just don't understand how the prosecution admits she was in a postpartum mental health, like, you know, she had postpartum depression. She had all of that. Why is it so hard for us to believe she was in a psychosis? I don't know. I don't know. You came from, yeah, I feel like it's so much easier over here on FB and YT to be able to stream. It's just not everybody has every app, and you kind of want to make sure that you get everybody a little bit. And so I'm trying to include all the apps and all the people. But if you all over here on TikTok can come get a YT, that'd be nice. That'd be a lot easier. Just read the transcript. I can see why she broke down. Oh, did you, Devlin? Can you send me that? Can you email it to ivoryroseknows@gmail.com? Thank you, Barn and Bougie. I miss Susan from TikTok, though. Susan, Ryan should. So if I drag Susan over here, y'all will come over. That's so funny. Yes. No. Thank you, Devlin. Thank you. Thank you, Abby. Thank you guys for the heart me's. That would be nice. I miss our crew. I agree. It'd be a lot easier if everybody, it's a lot easier with StreamYard to stream on over here. And I don't have a key for TikTok to be a stream key. which is ridiculous because I've always been a live streamer on TikTok. And so it'd be a lot easier if everybody could be here because it's easier for me to stream with you guys without having to hide it. And you can see everything clear and hear everything clear. And the only reason I still stream on TikTok is because I don't want to leave those people out. I don't think that's fair. But yeah, if everybody was over on YT, it'd be a lot easier to get this done. It would just be it'd be seamless. And people don't really report me over here. You guys are not savage animals on YT or FB. These people up in the TikTok streets are savage. It's too much drama. And they're reporting me for no reason. If you guys knew the reasons I get reported on a live and I get hit, you know what I mean? Alcohol or what are you talking about? Like I'm sitting here literally talking to a screen. And I
panel with just the voice boxes. That's what I got hit with, you guys. Dangerous acts of driving.
go. Sexual nudity. I'm in a t-shirt and a pair of ripped jeans here, man. You talk about nudity. I ain't nude.
That's crazy.
Trust me, if I listen, that's a trigger warning. Like, but this ain't nude, it's white. But I mean, come on now, like nudity. Meanwhile, there's some unhinged stuff happening on it's wild. Matea asked, what's my YT? Guys, just an FYI, we're still on hold, right? Recess with the courts. I am Ivory Rose Nose on every platform. I am Ivory Rose Nose on YT. I am Ivory Rose Nose on Facebook. For those of you who were following my page before, I had to bring it down and start a new one. So you have to refollow the new page. I am Ivory Rose Nose on TikTok, Lemonade. I mean, if there's an app, I own the name. So I'm there. I also have a backup YT, Ivory Rose Nose Official. Carla 63, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So yeah, I wish that everybody on TikTok did have a YT because it's a lot easier to stream it over here, to play it, to be able to hear and see everything correctly. People to have discussions, and I'm not like functioning between two different because it's hard. It's hard for me to focus on you guys and then you guys. But I do it just because not everyone shares the apps, and I want to make sure everybody is included that wants to see my content, has the ability to. So.
I need to fix my other platforms because they have my legal name.
Yeah, I think that's another thing too, is people said that to me. They're like, on Facebook, it's my legal name. And I'm like, I get it. I get it. Who are we talking about today, George Glass? We are watching the Lindsay Clancy trial. Today is day 3. Hi, Ivory. I follow you on TikTok and just came over here. Glad I found you. Hello, Lucy. Thank you. I appreciate it. We are covering the Lindsay Clancy trial. She's a mom of 3 who unalived for TikTok her children. And it's possibly a postpartum issue. And that's what's happening with the trial right now. YT is hard on the phone unless you pay for YT. Oh, really? Oh, I don't have a problem with YT on my phone. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate you.
I think they mean ads.
Oh.
If you don't pay for premium.
Oh, that's to see. You guys know Ivory Rose Nose is cheap. I obviously don't either because y'all are seeing the ads here. Yeah, I get it. Ads don't bother me. I can quick clip.
Cheap too.
I'm not going to pay you. I don't even know what it is because I didn't even I'm not going to pay you to not see an ad when I can skip it. It takes 2 seconds.
It's like $21, $20, something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
There's some of you pay $20 to not see an ad?
Yeah. The only thing I used it for, I did pay for it.
How the hell did I just get a violation?
Oh, jeez. Because we've used too many other platform names. Yeah, you can't do that. So I paid for it during the store because you can watch offline videos if you save them. Thank goodness for Miss Rachel and Sesame Street because we had no power at all.
Soul Stitches said she pays $34 for family premium. Y'all are crazy. Listen, if it's free, I'm getting it for free. I will watch. If it made us watch the ads all the way through, I'd still wouldn't pay. I feel like that's just ripping up money and throwing it away. Like, I'm making you guys watch ads over here, though. I am not paying for premium, so y'all cannot watch ads. I'm sorry. I am cheap. I am frugal. I am not going to pay, so I don't have to sit for 2 seconds and not press skip it.
You have to watch the ads as the consumer. You have to pay for premium to not see the ads as a consumer, not the host.
Oh, well, I still get ads. That's so funny. That's wild. Y'all watch the ads. Stop ripping up your money. $34 a month. $34 a month. That's half of like a little Toyota Corolla payment, man. $34 a month. I don't know what that is, but that's too much to be spending on TikTok.
Well, do you think that I'm embarrassed to share with you what my monthly cable and streaming bills would be? I'm with you, Cole. I'm not saying what we spend on.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's in the hundreds.
Oh my gosh. $300 a month for what?
Well, it's like DirecTV with the sports package, and I got Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Peacock, Prime, HBO, Showtime. Like, yeah.
Listen.
All the same for me, plus Hulu, Netflix, YouTube Plus, a couple others.
I pay for Netflix and Hulu, and I watch the ads, right? I pay for those two because those are where my documentaries are at. My kids can go to YouTube, and we're not really big TV watchers anyway. I think my kids get Disney for free. The Disney Plus thing, they get that for free. And that's it, because I ain't, listen. Roku does free TV, like, that's wild. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. That's just,
Yeah, then
that's crazy.
There's a couple of Amazon Prime Video and things like that.
That's
plus a couple specialty channels.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you. That's insane. Y'all
Yeah,
can adopt me. You don't have to be paying all that. I'll act it out for you. That's wild. That's craziness, guys. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
I'm sending my kids inheritance. I don't care.
I hear that. I do. That's so. Listen, I'm lucky. My husband is so frugal that I'm lucky that I even get Hulu, and because he just like, this is a waste. You know what I mean? Like, he's so big on like not wasting and paying for like silly conveniences. Like, someone said when we were talking about the Lindsay Clancy case, that why didn't the husband just DoorDash it? Why didn't the husband just DoorDash the food? My husband is so frugal. It could be storming out, and he'll go out there, snowstorms, walk through. He's not paying for somebody to come deliver our food. He's just not. My husband will not do it. He will not do it.
I was that way, when my kids were young and stuff, and very frugal, really managed our money well. But when I got sick, it became about convenience items because I haven't been able to drive for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And now, my situation has progressed. So it's DoorDash, Instacart, Walmart Plus. But my kids are on like my Sam's account, and my, we share DoorDash benefits, and we share.
We do too.
I use my Walmart Plus. I actually placed an order for Walmart Plus about 2 weeks ago.
I see you, Paula.
And I changed the address. It was I don't remember if it was at my son's or my daughter's, whoever had last order. I changed the address, and it's the address is the base subscription. And it said, "Are you sure you want to use this address? It's not familiar." And I was like, "That's where the freaking bill goes. What are you talking about? It's not familiar." But my kids use it more than I do.
That's so funny. See, we do the same thing though. We share some of the stuff. George just asked if we're going to stream the trial. Yes, but we're on a recess. So that's why I don't have it on the screen at the moment. We are on a recess after they heard the 911 call. Wait, medical emergency in court, so extended recess. Is it really?
It's a full moon.
Yes, everyone heard that. It is a full moon tonight. So yeah, after this, Ivory is coming off TikTok and YT and FB and going to hide. I will not be out there roaming the social media apps tonight. Yeah, the social streets are going to be wild tonight.
Are you familiar with the what Paris Bennett case?
No.
It's a 13-year-old diagnosed psychopath that killed his 4-year-old. Yes, I remember him. I didn't remember that happened in Texas, Susan, and I don't remember that. But on TikTok, because I do a lot of true crime, on TikTok, I just saw Piers Morgan, like 4-part, TikTok segments on that. So I went over to YT and
You're off today?
that Piers Morgan special interview. Yeah, that's what I saw. That's how I knew it. Yeah. It is nuts. And they're going to let this kid out.
They're going to let him out?
Yes.
A diagnosed psychopath?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Because it was a juvenile at the time. Mm-hmm. I don't know what his sentence was, but he served 8 years and he's up for release. And his mother is afraid that he's on her hit list.
Oh wow.
Yep. It's wild. Jacqueline said he was 13 at the time. Yes, absolutely.
That is wild.
It's a really scary case, and they had Candace along when they did the interview. He's so dangerous that they made Piers Morgan interview him behind a plexiglass enclosure. They weren't allowed, contact with him. So he's like Silence of the Lambs. Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's wild.
And the comments on YT are, they're mind-boggling. The questions, really good questions asked. Why? He's so dangerous that you don't trust him to be interviewed and be able to have.
So how are they letting him out if they're not?
Release him?
How are they releasing him?
I don't know. I have to dig deeper into the case.
Yeah.
It was a couple years ago that this interview was. I just saw it.
Wow.
Yes. His name is Paris Bennett. His grandmother is a suspect in the unaliving of her husband. The whole family is
It's the family business?
Yes, and there's drug issues and, just some, it's all
Wow.
a mess.
You got to send me that because I'm curious. Sounds like it's the family business. That's what I'm saying. That's wild.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, I'm Sarah. How are you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. I just had a quick question about Lindsay. My question to you guys is, how do you think that she got all 3 of the children to lay down and be strangled? That's got me puzzled.
I think she got Dawson. She went oldest to youngest, I believe.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just saying
Yeah.
if it were me, and I know this sounds horrible, y'all, I'm not going to go kill anybody, but you would have to separate them and get the oldest one first, right? Because the oldest one is going to hear the crying and try and stop. And I feel like I would have went through age and went to the oldest and then the second oldest and then the baby.
And then lined them up together?
She didn't. She didn't lie. They were all found in different rooms, like different areas of the basement.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought, I was thinking, like a child, like 3, how would you get them all to lay down and do that? Yeah. So I was wondering, maybe did she give them Benadryl and do it?
I don't believe that they were medicated. Do we know the order? I think she said the order. I think it was oldest to youngest, right? Yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah, that's just been on my mind. Like, how in the world? I thought they were all like lined up. I didn't know it was in different rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, they were in
What do you
different areas of
think
the basement.
about this? Like, are you on her side a little bit? That feels sorry for her. I'm like going back and forth.
I don't know. I don't like sides, right? I'm always open to changing my mind because I haven't seen what the prosecution had to present yet. However, having a really good understanding of mental health and having seen people in a psychotic episode, like psychotic state, and having children, and I think it is definitely possible and completely understandable that she was in a psychotic state. She was reaching out for help. I don't know that it was strictly the medications that caused the psychosis. I think that there were other things that would totally explain the psychotic episode. But I, at this point in time, believe that she was in a psychotic episode. Does not mean I won't change my mind according to evidence, but as of this moment, I believe she was in a psychotic state. I don't think she could help it.
Big Pharma. I've been on that medication and treated with addiction, and they put me on so many drugs that I got disassociated. I felt suicidal. So I can only imagine having child after child. But then they said she didn't take the medicine. So that was kind of, she only took 6 out of this and 3 out of that. So I'm with you.
We have to see fully.
Yeah, Big Pharma can mess your mind up, no doubt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But there's also other things other than the medications that will totally explain a psychotic episode, So I think them
thank you
focusing
for
on the
that. I
medication.
appreciate you. I've been just dying to ask somebody what they thought.
Absolutely. You're so welcome.
Well, I'll let someone else take the platform. Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome. Have a good one. So Frankie Tower over here on YT said the emergency is Patrick had a panic attack after he walked out of the room. EMTs took him. So Patrick ended up having a panic attack. I wonder if court is going to be canceled again today. I wonder if they're going to end up reconvening. He just had a panic attack after testifying, after he walked out of the room. Yeah. Now, that's just what I'm getting told, right? I wouldn't know. I'm not there, but that's what is coming through in the comment section is that Patrick had a panic attack.
Yes, Emmy said earlier that she saw him holding his breath.
Yeah.
He seemed to be having problems regulating his breathing.
Definitely after that 911 call. I need to hear that 911 call. Y'all don't even know. I just feel like there's something about that 911 call I need to hear.
I mean, it's just to lose all your children, but to have to relive finding them, seeing the clothes. Was that really necessary from the prosecution?
No.
I want to blame them. I think that's kind of what.
That was their point. They were trying to get the emotion. They were trying to, guys, her guilt of committing the actual crime itself is not in question. We didn't need to see what they were wearing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't alter anything. Like it didn't matter. They did that for emotion. And again, well, they didn't show the pictures of the autopsy and they didn't play the 911 call, which guys, is a little sus to me. But they showed the clothes that the children were wearing and the bands that were wrapped around their necks.
Yeah.
So you showed the bands that were wrapped around their neck, the very bands that man pulled off his children's necks. But you're all going to stop and be like, no, it's too much with a 911 call. I don't know. It is.
I can't wait till tomorrow.
Why? What's tomorrow?
We're going on a road trip tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow's the road trip. I didn't know that.
We're going to the house, the CVS, and the restaurant.
Why are they going to the CVS and the restaurant?
On the road trip, the jurors are going. So sad.
But not even so soon. But why are they going to the CVS and the restaurant?
I don't know. I didn't get that part either.
I've never seen that.
I think to see if it was premeditated with the time. Yeah.
But how would that? I mean, you know how long it takes. Why do you got to go there? Weird.
They do that sometimes. I could see the house. I mean, the house is sold to somebody else right now. And I guess they were told they're only going to walk certain areas and they can't open closets. They can't do this. They can't do that. I'm like, oh my God, that's going to be tough. But I don't understand. Maybe they're going to drive them from place to place to see how long it took. But I don't understand the restaurant and CVS. Kind of like they did with Karen Reed, and they took, them to that house and did all that. Remember?
The timeline is in question. Yes, the timeline is in question. Angela T just said, I thought they said that about Friday. What's today? Wednesday. So she said this. I thought they said they were doing that Friday. Is it Friday or tomorrow?
It's tomorrow.
Okay.
I was listening yesterday. They were talking about it, saying that they were going tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're going to do it the exact time of day on the exact day, you don't know about traffic hours. You don't know about. I just feel like that's weird. You can't.
Well, that's gonna be hard too because it's winter time and that's over where I live. So
Snow on the ground
someone in
and
the chat pointed out it was during COVID.
yeah.
It was 3 years ago. So yeah, it wasn't. COVID was 2020. Yeah. I think it was just getting over at that point.
So Paula just said my doctor put me on Cymbalta and was having side effects, and they wanted me to continue it. I called my pharmacist and they told me to stop. I knew my body. Maybe that's why she stopped the medications. I agree. If I'm feeling weird, and just because it takes so long for medication to build up in your system, I keep seeing this comment. Oh, it takes weeks for the medication to build up. Doesn't mean you can't have a side effect or a reaction immediately. Just want to put that out there.
It's like the medications because you're going to feel weird at first.
Yes.
So,
First of all, I actually had a reaction to, I had a postpartum preeclamptic episode and my heart rate dropped really low. And so, then it would go fast. So I was put on, a medication, metoprolol after I had, and I'm not a person, I don't take medications for anything. I'm weary of Tylenol even, right? So I don't take medications ever. I took this blood pressure. It's like, it takes care of your pulse for like a day or two. And they told me the same thing. It's got to build up and your body's got to get used to it. I took this medication for one day. I started getting really funny head zaps and I was like, listen, let the heart go crazy because I can't.
yeah,
It made me feel weird.
It's
And it wasn't even a psych med. It was a blood pressure med, right? It was it was a beta blocker. I mean, it was just, it hadn't,
It'll kill you.
yeah. And so even the reaction to that, I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I can't imagine psych. I can't imagine psych meds. It's, you get head snaps on methotrexate. Do you? I thought I was like, I've never heard anyone say they get head zaps from a medication. And I would be like, it really was like little zaps going up my head. And I'm like, I'm going to go to my doctor and tell my doctor that I'm getting head zaps. No one ever described that to me as a nurse before. So I'm like, I'm going to go into my doctor and tell him I'm getting head zaps and this man's going to lock me up. And he's like, no, that's common that people, I never heard of that, head zaps.
Yeah,
There's a lot of those medications that do that, especially if you go off it quick when you're not supposed to. You'll get those hit zaps really bad.
Man, it bugged me out. I was like, get this out of my system. And you want to talk about Googling? I'm a nurse, and I'm like, how do I flush Toprol out of my system? How do I flush it out of my system? So I was trying to Google how to get it out of my system so the head zaps would stop. But again, any medication give a reaction. It doesn't matter if it has the time to build up. Can we imagine if it had the time to build up in her system? You know what I mean? You had head zaps. You had the zaps with Lexapro. I can't believe the zaps are a thing. That's so funny. Thank you, JJ. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't think he'll care if you show that part of his stream. Who?
Oh, that's pretty. Okay.
What was that?
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Aw. I wonder, are we going back to court? I need to know. Because if he's out here having a panic attack, he can't really testify, right? Yeah.
Kendra said it's back on.
I'm watching it. I'm watching it right here. Is it?
How long was it on? How long? What did I miss?
You missed his testimony with the prosecution, the end of it. He talked about they played the 911 call, not for us to hear. No, I don't have it back on yet. See my comment above. I don't think he'll care if you show that part.
Yeah, I wish they would could have played that 911 call. That would tell a lot, really would.
Yeah. Are you sure it's back on? I'm not seeing it back on. Am I not like current?
Check my TV.
I just pulled it all the way back though, so probably. No, I don't see it back on yet. It's not on. Okay, it's not back on. All right. It's not. I'm on Court TV and it's not. I checked. It's not. Okay. Yeah, that's. Oh. All right, so guys, do me a favor. If you're in here on TikTok, don't forget to give a follow. If you're watching, you all know you like us, so give a follow. Make sure you follow everybody on the panel. We all switch going live. Do me a favor, guys. If you guys can tap eventually thank you guys. When court does come back on, I'm going to stream it, even though I get hit every single time. So it does do damage to my channel when I get hit. If you guys can tap, so it pushes it out there and I don't really get hit. Yes, Maritza, we're going to watch the trial live. They're just on a recess right now. Apparently, Patrick Clancy had a little bit of a panic attack, supposedly. Okay. So, yes, if you guys can do that, you guys know that when I do stream, if you guys can tap until your thumbs go numb, it really does protect the live. If you guys can send a heart me, that also protects the live. Over here on YT and Facebook, y'all, hit the thumbs up. Just simple, it costs you nothing. Just hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it, like the live. I don't know. Can you guys share this out? I don't know if you guys can share it out, but if you guys can, share it out. Send it to someone. If you know someone who may enjoy my content and wants to come over and have the conversation, I appreciate you guys. In the meantime, I'm going to shut my camera off for 1 second. Sam and Susan and Jamie and you guys, I will let you guys take over because I'm going to go grab a drink. My mouth is dry from all the coffee, and I have to use the restroom because of the coffee. So there's that. So I'll be back. Hopefully we have a few minutes.
Can you give a recap of what the testimony was?
Thank you, Michelle.
The people that come in late. So they had Patrick up again, and they were going over the timeline of when he arrived home, where he first saw Lindsay, stayed with her for a while, then called 911. Took 4 minutes to get there. He went down into the basement. He took off the workout bands. And then the prosecution pulled out their pajamas that they were wearing, showed it, and the workout bands. and then they went to recess. They said they had no more questions for Patrick, so I think the defense is getting ready to question Patrick this coming up.
Do they think that's what happened the other day, that he might have had a panic attack?
How did he react? He wasn't breathing good. He was like holding his breath. I think so.
I
I-
can't imagine going through that. That's awful.
Yeah, and she's not pleading that she didn't do it. It's just insanity. So again, the pajamas and the workout pants, if they're not going to play the 911 call, what's the point of showing that? We know that.
Right.
Tina said, folks doing the content word for word and posting it on their YouTube.
Well, folks are stealing your content. Oh, really? I wonder who that is. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but stealing your verbatim content, that's not right. Yeah. Jennifer Liz Disney asked, how did she react? She turned away when they showed the clothes and seemed to be crying. And Marley Quinn, we don't know, or Harley Quinn, I'm sorry. We don't know why they've chosen to not play the 911 call. So that was one of the things that he asked for, not to be played, and they granted it. He didn't want the children's photo shown or that 911 call played. Even though they have it in the transcript, and they read it in the beginning before he testified, they had read it. Yes, Tammy, there is a transcript. Yes.
If you can tap, so when we stream this, she doesn't get banana. Let's try to get to 30K.
Remember, tapping is popping, and it's free. Send her daily heart me if you're able.
All right, I'm back. I'm just going to keep this off for a second. But does anybody else have kids that pretend they're from? My kid's walking around with like an English accent, mommy, and I'm like, honey, like we're from New Jersey. Why do you all of a sudden have some like British accent? What's happening?
You're a team. Your cars should be too. Couple your cars and couple your safety.
If you were to do that, I'd be concerned.
I think it's so funny, and they're carrying on conversations with each other like in this accent, and they're like, saying weird things, and like, we don't do tea, baby. Like, I don't listen. I'm on my third cup of coffee, but it's so funny that they're in there acting like we're in. I don't know where they think we're from. They're on their, the one was on her iPad with her friend talking, and they were in this British accent. I'm like, I don't know.
BBC lately?
Right? Like, I don't know. Is it a thing? Is that a trend somewhere? Like, we're all of a sudden all going to speak like we're British? I think that's so funny with this British accent. I can't even do it. They do it so well. I'm like, are you sure you're my kid? Because, again, we're from Jersey.
I'm worried my kids are going to because they watch The Wiggles have an Australian accent.
Oh, and Peppa Pig and all that. Yeah.
So cute.
But I'm just like, I almost spit my soda out. And I think I do have a stain on my shirt. So if y'all see that, it's because my kid went, mommy. And I'm like, what? What is happening? Who's mommy?
That's her 5-year-old walks around with her grandpa's cane and says she needs coffee because she's an old lady.
I can't. That's too cute. That's so funny. Your kids all do it louder than bombs? Yeah. We'll be in a store and they pull out the accent. And I'm just like, oh, man.
What's funny is now that I live down in the South,
Right.
my husband laughs at me because I'll say something with a twang on accident, And he'll go, "What'd you just say?" And I'm like, "Shut up."
My husband laughs at me because you guys see in my videos, and when I'm on here, I say y'all, right? I say y'all all the time, and I never use that word in real life. I say y'all because you guys expect y'all, because I'm from Jersey and we say yous guys. And when I say yous guys, everyone comes and laughs at me and it makes it a thing. And so now I just say y'all, even though I don't really use it.
That's funny because where I'm at, we say it to like you do, Ivy, where I'm at.
Yous guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
I say yous guys, or you guys. And it's like,
I say that too.
and then
I think I have role, and they said, "Go back to Canada." Canada? Like, I'm from Washington State. You guys. I'm from America.
yeah.
But yeah, we're close to the Canadian border. So.
Yeah, I never said y'all in my life until TikTok. Yeah, I'm like, what do you want me to say? They're like, it's y'all. I'm like, okay. Now I say y'all all the time.
Yeah, I don't meet too many people where I'm at. Everybody's over that way, and they either have the little accent going on, or like you said, the y'alls. And
Yeah. Like, listen, I was ready to pull out a map one day when someone's like, it's over yonder. I'm like, where the hell is yonder? Like, I came down here to the South and I was just like, and it's only Virginia. It's not like it's the deep South anywhere, right? Miss Diamore, I appreciate the follow. It's just, it's just Virginia. And it's like, what the hell does over yonder mean? I'm trying to Google it. I'm like, where is yonder? Is that a direction? Is that what's happened? And then fixing. I'm fixing. Why are we all fixing to do everything? I'm just like, yeah, there's nothing on here yet. It's not up.
they're saying cross-examination expected later today.
Oh, my volume's on too.
My husband says,
Oh, you're on the TV. That's why I'm just on White Sea.
down the holler over yonder. I'm like, what?
So he's not going to continue his examination right now. What time is later? They can't even get through this.
Shut my mic off and I'll listen and I'll tell you.
Okay. Oh, she's got to be medicated. We're talking about Lindsay. She's medicated. I wonder how she's doing. I mean, he broke down. I wonder how she's doing. That's wild. My middle was born in Kentucky. All right, Jamie is listening to see. Apparently, he had a panic attack or some kind of anxiety attack, which is understandable. She was shaking. She was crying. Did you guys see her? She was literally bawling and trying not to look at anybody either, which I know they tell you in court, don't cry, don't be overly emotional, don't show, you know what I mean? But how can you not?
I don't even think a Valium or anything could help
Mm-mm.
with your emotions.
No.
If you're medicated.
And he needs a shot of Ativan too. He needs something because I'm sure this is a lot. Yeah, even the woman officer did look emotional. You're absolutely right. That's got to be hard. But again, what the hell? I need to hear that 911 call, guys. I need to hear it. Did we ever get the transcript? Did anybody send the transcript? She is absolutely showing remorse and accountability.
I don't know. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Jamie said the reason that the transcript was, or the 911 call wasn't played in court is because Patrick requested that it not.
He did. He also requested about the autopsy, and they granted him that they'll play it for the jury and for the court, but they will not allow it to be public, which I don't know.
No, they're just talking. They're just talking, and it says on the bottom of the screen, he'll do cross-examination speculated today, unless they're going to take an early lunch or something.
Right. Oh, Devlin, it was you. I can't check the tag right now to be able to get that. The only way I would have access to it right now is if you email it to me.
They were just talking about why they had to tell the jury. Why did they have to tell the jury that he's remarried?
Who told the jury that? Why does it matter?
just talking about that, so I don't know.
Oh,
It's-
I don't know.
It's like, why did you have to tell the jury that he's remarried?
Why does it matter?
And,
Like-
you know, some people, I was listening to a lot of stuff yesterday, and some people think, oh, that's too soon. Well, no, it's been 3 years.
Well, what is the socially acceptable number? Somebody tell me when someone's in the clear to remarry.
Right. I mean, people always put a time limit on, like, say if somebody passes away or whatever. There is no time limit. Everybody's different. And I think 3 years is a pretty good long time. You know, the guy's got to continue his life at some point.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah, it definitely wouldn't be healthy if he just stopped living. There is no time limit, right? You know, Lindsay's back in the courtroom. Hopefully it's starting soon. I see you, Frankie Tower. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't imagine what he's going through with it. I can't.
I agree. Guys, I need 3 more heart me's. If someone can send me a heart me, I appreciate it. Don't feel obligated though. If you don't have it, it's only a penny. But I appreciate it. It'll push me out past my violations a little bit, hopefully. And when I do start streaming, thank you guys. Thank you, Brummy. Thank you, Prudy. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And over here on YT and Facebook, I don't know what the equivalent to that is. Maybe just like it. I know you guys can do the little hearts. If you guys can like the live, that may help me get pushed out on that FYP. So I appreciate it. I got 4 likes on YT and FB, guys. We can up that a little bit. Cost you nothing.
Tiffany, have you requested?
Did she request? Yeah, if you guys want to come up, same thing over here. I can drop the StreamYard link. If anybody over there wants to come up, you guys are also more than welcome to come up. And Tiffany, you there?
Hey, Ivory.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. It's been a minute since I've been on your panel.
Ah, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. I just have a quick question. It's kind of loud in my background, so I'm not going to say it long. But I haven't followed this case the way you have, but I have been watching the trial.
Uh-huh.
And do you think that her husband thinks that she purposely did it?
No, I don't.
He said he has forgiven her, so, yeah.
He said that it wasn't her.
Being that they were using him, I mean, I guess they would use him to testify, being that they're no longer married. So,
What then? Both of them are using him as a witness, both the defense and the prosecution. Yeah. So no, I don't think that he thinks she did it on purpose. I do believe that he really believes that it was a snap. You know, he said that it wasn't who she was. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't her. She would never do this. And who knows you as much as your husband, right? So, and I think that it would be easier for him publicly to just be like, look what my wife did, right? But he didn't. And so I don't believe it. Yeah.
I just wasn't sure on that, and I had asked in the chat the other day when you were on, but there's so many comments, it's hard to catch them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go by so fast.
Mm-hmm. They really do. But I honestly think that she was in a state of psychosis. I mean, it doesn't make it okay, but normal moms, especially after 3 kids, don't just off their children.
No, they don't. They don't. And it just, for this situation, it just doesn't make sense, right? Like we knew she was struggling postpartum. I feel like the psychosis at this point in time, and I am always open to changing my perspective, guys. Everybody should always be. The whole flip-flopping theory is just nonsense. It's childish. You should always be open to the truth. And so I'm open to hearing what the prosecution has to say. And if I do see something that, you know, shows that she may have not been in a psychosis, then I absolutely will change my opinion. I just, from what I'm seeing, and it's been limited, right? But from what I'm seeing, I think that psychosis definitely explains it.
Yeah,
Not
some people have like like set in stone there in either opinion. I haven't seen enough. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm always, yeah. I have to look at everything objectively. If she really did it because she wasn't in a psychosis and she just wanted to kill her children, she deserves to be in prison, right? If she really did need help and was struggling, then she deserves to get the help that she needs and to be in the hospital. And that's where I stand on this. It's horrible what happened to those children. They are absolutely victims. But again, I think here context matters, right? So, and again, I'm open to what the prosecution has to say. I think that I'm upset with the prosecution for the simple fact that, again, they're focusing on medication. However, a lot of things explain a psychotic break. And so I don't know why you're focusing on the psychotic break being caused mainly by the medications, because a lot of things can cause a psychotic break.
Right. When I had my little girl, I had postpartum so bad. Now, I never had thoughts of harming her or myself, but I was so depressed that I couldn't be alone. And when my husband went back to work, as soon as his alarm went off in the morning, I started crying and begging him, please don't leave me. Please don't go to work. No one, unless you've been in that situation, you can absolutely not understand the mental toll it takes on you.
Yeah.
Postpartum.
Yep. And I think that people trying to understand a person's mental break from their perspective without a good understanding of what psychosis is, how it can come about, how they can still function, but not without being able to understand that fully. I think it's going to get lost in translation when it comes to this trial. That's the problem.
They said they're talking to the jury.
Law and crime. Oh, I'm on court TV and I've got nothing.
They may be playing something from earlier. Right. How could they be talking to the jury? Yeah. Court TV, they don't have anything on.
Yeah.
It's not expected until later today, so I don't know what you mean by that.
Let me-
They're just replaying
The earlier.
Yeah.
I'm going to hop down, Arlie. Thank you for answering my question. I got to run out or I would stay on with you guys, but I'll be watching.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Robert, did you get a chance to watch that Brian interview with the guy from the Andrea Yates case?
I did. I don't like that guy. That's the Rusty guy.
It's 30 minutes from my house, and I didn't like him when the trial was going on 30 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, but I did. It's hold on one second. Let me see. What are they saying right
He
here?
absolutely failed his family.
Yeah, he really did. He really did. Now that's where accountability and responsibility comes into play with Rusty, right? With the Andrea Yates situation, yeah, that's why.
Did you get?
Thank you guys. Thank you.
To see that documentary?
So I got halfway through it, but my husband was like, "I need you to wait for me," so I'm waiting for him to allow me to watch the rest of it because he wants to watch it with me. But yeah. Also seeing her express remorse really made me change my mind too. Yeah, I think her expressions during court is really opening up people's perspective as well. Like seeing her reaction, it's not cold. And they want you to sit there and not, do anything too emotional, they want you to sit there just like, but she just couldn't help it. And the fact that she was crying like that absolutely shows remorse, right? It shows that, and she knows she admitted she did it. That's not in question, but yeah, that breakdown that she had also was hard to watch.
So is this trial for where she goes, where she's held, if she goes to prison or?
Yeah, so this trial is really just about whether or not she's criminally responsible. Did she have control when it was happening? If she's found guilty, she will go to prison. If she's found not guilty by reason of insanity, she will go to the psychiatric hospital. Ivory, is the trial on court TV? Yes, they're just on a recess, Michelle. But she will go to a psych hospital where she would be held until she's considered better. right? And I use that term loosely. And then still, ultimately, it's up to the courts whether or not she gets out, not the doctors. So once they deem her, she's not a threat to herself or society or anybody else, then it goes back, it goes up for an annual review, and it goes in front of a judge, and the judge decides whether or not she'll get out. So I don't know why people, it's not like it's just a get out of jail free card, right? She's going to be walking around, she got away with it. It is not anything like that. Look at Andrea Yates, who also killed her children. And it's been 20 years, 19 to be exact, I believe. It's been 19 years, and that woman is still in the psychiatric facility.
She doesn't want to leave.
She doesn't want the review.
She review it once a year, and she doesn't want to leave.
And I get it. Like, if it really was a psychotic break, and I knew that I was capable because of whatever mental disorder, psychiatric disorder I had, I knew that I was capable of hurting someone, I would be afraid too, because even though you're saying that I'm okay, my meds are good, who's to say I won't do it to somebody else that I love? I'd be terrified because I didn't want to do it.
Once, and then they let you free. The same way, I'd be afraid to be by myself.
Yeah, I didn't want to do it. I had no control over it. I don't want to ever do it again to anybody, right? I'd be terrified too. Can you tell me it's never going to happen again? Absolutely. Can you say it's definitely never going to happen? You can't. And so I'd be afraid too, especially after killing my children.
Lisa, that's what they're doing right now, Lisa. They're finding out if this trial is for her to see if she's going to go to either prison or to a mental health facility. So who knows? We'll see.
Snatched. So recess was supposed to be about 15 minutes, but from what the chatter that I'm hearing, Patrick Clancy kind of had a little bit of an anxiety attack, and the EMTs are working with him. I'm not sure when recess is going to be over or when they're going to reconvene. So we're just waiting right now for some information from the courts. So he ended up having a little bit of a, he ended up, Amy Jo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. He ended up having a little bit of a panic attack. And so after testifying and hearing the 911 call, I can't imagine him looking at,
Yes, Lisa.
that's okay. I can't imagine him looking at Lindsay. He still loves her, I'm sure, right? Like, even though he's moved on, he has a new wife. Like, I'm sure he looks at her and like that was his life once upon a time. And I'm sure he still cares about her, and to watch her break down couldn't have been easy, right? Like, you did this and I'm angry, but.
They looked extremely happy and everything. And I'm sure the love of his life at the time. But what happened was,
Yeah, Frank.
hard to go through, especially if you had 3 children and that whole life is just the rug is just pulled under you. I mean, when my husband passed away, I thought my whole life was pulled from me, because it's away for 25 years. You know what I mean? It just it's a different feeling.
Absolutely. PRNRN, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, it is. It's back on, not on Court TV.
No, it's not.
They are, I guess hold on, let me make sure that I'm always a couple of seconds.
They're playing the what do you call it, the beginning there.
Frankie just said the judge is waiting for Lindsay to gather herself a little more. It's on Law and Crime. Is it live on Law and Crime, Chatter? Like current? Sidebar and then back. We are live, and Lindsay has glasses on now. Did she have them on before? She was not wearing glasses before. I'm on YT on Court TV, and we got nothing yet.
Court TV has posted, court is in a long break. It is unknown if they'll return before a lunch break. Yeah, they said he'll testify later today, so I'm assuming way after lunch. They're giving it extra time. Right.
She's on?
No, what you're seeing is they're playing replays. Yeah, they're playing replays of what was already done.
Tiff, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
It's AP Live.
1000% it's live. Then what are the glasses? I don't know. Was she wearing glasses this morning? and maybe took them off. Marcy, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I mean, you think court TV will have like always have a 5-minute delay. So. You know, what you're watching probably on YouTube is probably the replays. Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on, it's up. Hold on. Maybe.
I don't see a commercial.
They're just going to wait for the jury or if there's anything else going on. Oh, looks
All
like
right.
they're jumping back to a sidebar quickly before bringing in the jury. So
Okay.
let's use this opportunity, grab a commercial break, and get you back into the courtroom. We expect
Hold on, we're on a
Clancy
commercial
to be
break.
back on the stand for cross-examination. We'll see. Stay with us.
All right, here we go.
You got it. I was just gonna say, it was a woman with dark hair that's up on the scene now.
All right, guys, do me a favor, numb thumbs over here on TikTok. I need you guys to like this live and keep tapping, please, so I don't get hit for a fifth time today in an hour and a half. I appreciate it. I don't. Is he coming back to testify later? I don't
May I
know.
ask you keep your voice up and speak into that microphone, please?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Come on.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning.
Possibly.
Could you please state and spell your name for the record?
It's Angela Kraus. It's ANGELA KRAUSE.
And your date of birth, please.
5/1977.
Where do you work?
CVS Pharmacy.
And at which location?
Kingston.
And do you know the address of that location?
189 Summer Street.
And how long have you worked there?
4 years at that location.
And what is your role there?
General manager.
How long have you been the general manager?
For CVS.
For CVS, yes.
9 years.
And so the entire time you've worked at that location, those 4 years, you've been the general manager at the Kingston store?
Yes, ma'am.
I want to direct your attention to Tuesday, January 24th, 2023. Were you working that day?
Yes, ma'am.
And which shift were you working?
Closing.
Which is what hours?
Say roughly 3 to 11.
So that would be 3 p.m. to 11 p.m.?
Yes, ma'am.
And I want to direct your attention further to 4:48 p.m. Did you receive a phone call while you were working?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that on the CVS line?
Yes.
And do you know that number?
No.
Okay. And where were you when you received that call?
I was in the office.
Okay. And what were you doing?
Preparing to do cash for the night.
And what does that entail?
Closing out the registers.
Okay. And the call that you received, was that from a male or a female?
Female.
And what, if anything, did she say?
She was inquiring if I carried a product in stock.
And what product was that?
It was like a constipation medicine.
Was it Marilax?
Yes.
And did she specifically ask for
Thank you, guys.
something to do with children's Marilax?
Well, I asked for clarification because depending on if she wanted children's or adults, it would be in a different part of the store.
Okay. And when you asked for clarification, was she able to provide clarification?
Yes. She said it was for children's.
Okay. And what was your response?
It's located in 2 different places in the store.
Thank you, lovely. Thank you, Tina.
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys.
Or anything like that?
I just said that we carried Pedialax, and now it's 13 and 20.
And approximately how long was this conversation?
A few minutes.
During that conversation, did you have any difficulty understanding the woman?
No, ma'am.
Did she appear to have any difficulty understanding you or the questions that you were asking her?
No, ma'am.
And her voice, did it seem slurred or impaired in any way?
Not at all. It's a very normal interaction.
I was just going to ask, was there anything out of the ordinary about the conversation?
No.
Later that evening, did the police come to the store?
Yes.
And did they request that you pull some surveillance footage for them?
Yes.
And did you do that?
Yes.
And if I could just have Exhibit 28, the footage up for a moment. If you could look at the screen here, do you recognize the store? And is this part of the footage that you provided to police that night?
Yes.
And directing your attention over here to the right, the aisle where the gentleman is standing, all the way to the right of the store. Are you familiar with what was in that aisle in January of 2023?
Yeah, that's our children's aisle.
So that would have things like children's Pedialax?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have any interaction with that gentleman while he was in the store?
No, ma'am.
And did the police also ask you to provide a copy of a receipt for that gentleman's transaction?
Yes, ma'am.
And just showing you Exhibit 26.
Was the fact that he was in the
This
store in
the
question?
receipt that you provided to the police.
Yes, ma'am.
And on here, it says Skittles Wildberry. Would that be Skittles?
Thank you, Mariah,
It
for the
also
follow. I
says
appreciate it.
FLT, PDLX, LQD, GLY for the second item. What does that stand for in CVS?
It's Fleet brand, but then it's going to be Pedialax and then a glycerin suppository.
Okay, so the FLT is for Fleet?
Yes.
And the PDLX is for Pedialax?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, are we thinking that he didn't buy them? I mean, what's happening?
I have nothing further for the witness, thank you.
All right. Mr. Reddington.
I have no questions. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Me sit down. Thank you.
I think you just have to make sure, go step by step to make sure.
Yeah.
Be looking.
I mean, she called you. She was normal. Yeah, she called you when the man was still in the house.
Soraya Sweeney.
Who is that?
Come on, ma'am. You stop right here, raise your right hand for the clerk, please.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that
Since him long enough, Aaron, no.
between the Commonwealth and the county class shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes. Thank
This way,
you.
please.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I'm just going to ask you to keep your voice up and speak into that microphone. Thank
Absolutely.
you. Yes.
Thank you,
Please
Honor.
break.
Thank you. Good morning. Could you please state and spell your name for the record?
My name is Saria, Saria. My last name is Sweeney or Shelgren, depending on what year we're in.
So in 2023,
What's your last name?
It was Sweeney, Sweeny.
And now, what is your last name?
Shelgren, Shelgren.
And what is your date of birth?
9/3/89.
And where do you work?
Currently have two jobs. I work at a doctor's office and I also work at 3V. It's a restaurant in Plymouth.
And how is 3V spelled?
It's spelled out the number 3, THREE, with a V at the end.
And how long have you worked at 3V
Like
Restaurant?
200 witnesses on this list. It's crazy work.
And where is it located?
In Cordage Park in Plymouth.
And in 2023, in January of 2023, what was your role at 3V Restaurant?
I was a hostess then.
And directing your attention further to Tuesday, January 24th, 2023, were you working that night?
Yes, I was.
And what shift were you working?
I work an evening shift. Usually I would arrive between 4:45 and 5 o'clock.
And when would your shift end?
Typically between 8 and 9 o'clock.
And what was your role as a hostess?
Greet patrons, take takeout orders, give takeout orders, see people, generally help with the running of the restaurant.
Yeah, you can.
And directing your attention to 5:10 p.m., did you receive a call for a takeout order?
Yes.
And was that a male or a female?
It was a female.
And did that person place an order?
Yes.
And do you recall what she ordered?
Yes.
What was that?
It was order of risotto and a Mediterranean power bowl.
And the power
You
bowl,
don't
is that
remember
considered
that.
a
They
type of
reminded
salad
you
at
of that.
3V?
Yes.
Did you ask any follow-up questions about the order of the salad?
Yes.
What did you ask?
We ask if it doesn't automatically come with protein. It's something that we always ask, do you want to add a protein?
Does the Mediterranean power bowl automatically come with protein?
No, it does not.
So did you ask the woman if she wanted protein?
Yes.
And what was her response?
No, thank you.
And did she also give you the name and phone number of the person who would be picking up the order?
Yes.
And is that something that you enter into the system as you're entering the order?
Yes.
Do you have any trouble understanding the woman?
No.
Did she appear to have any trouble understanding you or the questions you were asking her?
No.
Did her voice sound slurred or impaired in any way?
No.
Was there anything out of the ordinary about this interaction?
No.
Directing your attention to 5:54 p.m. was the order picked up?
Yes.
And was it picked up by a male or a female?
A male.
If we could pull up Exhibit 30 footage. And are you depicted?
Guys, do me a
in
favor,
the
don't
video
forget
here?
to tap in,
Yes.
tap in,
Where
tap
are you?
in.
I'm standing behind the host stand.
And so for the record, the hostess stand or the host stand is in the upper left-hand corner.
Yeah, it's that black stand that has a wooden frame around the top.
So am I pointing to the right area?
Yes.
In the upper left corner?
Yes.
You could play that for a moment. And if you could pause it, please. So we're at 5:54:19 p.m. You see the individual who picked up the order.
Yes.
And which individual is that?
The man in the dark jacket that entered last.
And is he the person behind the couple at the host stand?
Yes.
And showing you. what
She's
they
terrified.
have As Exhibit 31. You recognize this?
Yes.
And what do you recognize it to be?
That is one of our printouts that comes with orders. We attach those to the bags for takeout and have a copy for ourselves as well.
And displaying it. Okay. Here. Here in the line where it says Patrick and then a phone number, is that where you would enter in what the person calling gives you for the information of the person picking up the order?
Yes.
Was there anything out of the ordinary about your interaction with that gentleman?
No.
I have no further questions.
Attorney Reddington.
No questions, thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Let me step down. Thank you.
That's just that.
Wow. So 195 witnesses to go.
This time.
If something like that happened in my town when I worked at the restaurant and I heard that happen, I would remember it.
I would remember it afterwards. I mean, 3 years later, I'm sure they just go over their statements again, which is completely understandable, but yeah.
Yeah.
But how can somebody tell somebody's state of mind or that they were completely normal over a telephone?
Exactly. Especially someone you've never met before or interacted with.
Yeah. And again, the phone call happened before, you know what I mean? Before he left. So, I mean,
People thought Jeffrey Dahmer was normal.
Hey.
You know.
ain't that the truth? April, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So I guess you can't be having a mental break and speak clearly at the same time, Rudapur said. Absolutely. I get it. Yeah. I mean, you're not slurring because you're in a psychosis. Like, you still can speak. You can still think. You can still plan. I mean, your brain is just functioning in a different reality.
Because even he said, you know, when she was calling during the CDS thing, that it sounded like she was rushed and she was busy doing something.
Yeah.
So you can hear certain things if you know the person, I guess, so you can tell in their voice.
See, because he knows her, he could. I totally believe that. But somebody, you know what I mean, who doesn't know you?
If somebody doesn't know her yet, they wouldn't know
No.
her personality or whatever.
No.
Right? It would be different if she ordered the same thing every Friday night.
Right. Like, hey, it's you again, Lindsay. How are you? Yeah, no.
All right, we already know what you want.
Mm-hmm. Why are we on another break? What is happening? Why can't we function? This is going to be the never-ending trial. I mean, and they got 200 witnesses?
Wow. It's such a hard case, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I get it. A break until 2 o'clock, really? What? We listened to one girl say, yes, that's the receipt. And she called me, and then we have a break? Another break?
Yeah, I think they're kind of lunch.
Well, members of the jury, remember I said today was going to be full of a couple of starts and stops. This is going to be one of those stops. All right. So we're going to do. I'm going to excuse you till 2 o'clock. All right. Then we're going to come back. And we're going to resume. I believe with the Commonwealth's case. So we're going to be in recess on this matter till 2 o'clock. All right.
Court, all right. Good. Close the notebooks, place them on your chairs, please.
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. That's wild that we're going on break again.
Yeah, we do want a 2-hour lunch because it is noon time where I'm at.
Yeah.
And it's started, so.
But I mean, we just did 25 minutes of half an hour of I don't know what. Like, I need you guys to get on the ball with this. Like, this, you need to get this rolling, or because you got to remember these long breaks. It affects the jury as well. If you're constantly in recess and then you're on lunch, like they're hearing bits and pieces spread throughout, and they can't run it into a story. Like, it really does affect the jury.
We're going to be in recess on this matter till 2 o'clock. I want to remind everyone of the media order regarding not videotaping or broadcasting from the courtroom or inside the courthouse. So I just kind of wanted to reiterate that. All right. So with that, we'll be in recess till 2 o'clock. Thank you.
Court, all rise.
That's wild. That's absolutely wild. Yeah. Is the jury sequestered? No, right? I don't think so either. That's wild. I don't know. I just feel like I mean, what have we learned so far? I don't freaking remember. I've learned that these people did a lot of breaks.
Some of the more narrative questions that they may feel that he wants to share to this jury. And prosecutors in this case say that Clancy acted intentionally when she used those exercise bands to strangle her children in their home. The defense, though, says she was a victim. She was suffering from postpartum psychosis. So inside of this courtroom, these jurors have been hearing after Patrick Clancy left the stand after his direct examination from a CVS manager.
I don't know. That's a good question. Jamie, have you ever watched a trial where they went to the house? Do they tape that?
They went to
I don't remember that. I don't remember watching that. They didn't tape that though, right?
They taped it. I remember watching when I was watching the case. They brought them to the house.
So
I thought that they ended up not going to the house. That they ended up was that the Kelsey one? There was so many like one here.
And then they did like a reenactment, like Court TV did like a reenactment, and they themselves went back again.
And you figure too, if other people are living there, you'd think that they wouldn't show that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I was listening to some things yesterday, and they were saying that somebody else, in this case, somebody else owns a home. They're telling them they can't touch anything. They're going to show them where to walk, what to look at, and then they leave. It's somebody else lives in that house right now. Right. And they asked them if they could do this, and they said yes. So.
Yeah. Why don't we see any of the jurors? I want to glance at the jury.
They're not supposed to show the jury.
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah. So that they're not attacked or somebody come up to them and try to manipulate their opinion.
Yeah.
Even
I want to see them.
they side with what the public don't like. They're not like.
Yeah.
A few years ago, they used to show the jury. They don't do that anymore.
I feel like, what case did I just see the jury in?
Maybe it could depend on the state as well.
Yeah, it could.
It could also depend on the severity of the case or the severity of the
Yeah,
charge.
very true. Very true. I don't know. I feel like, man, 2:00, they're ending at what time? 4? By the time you have 15 reset, we're going to get nowhere fast with this trial.
From
Yes,
Lauren
Angela.
earlier was saying that the headboard to the bed was pretty close to the window, and there was like a lot of blood there, and so they weren't even sure how she got through there. Yeah, that's the first time I had heard that. Yeah, I heard that bed because it was next to the window, so she moved it. I don't know how she did that. I don't know what size bed it is, but
You know what? I missed the first hour of the his testimony. You guys want to go back and watch that?
yes.
Because I missed, like, I was a little late to court myself there today, Jamie.
Oh, I confessed something from the other day when me and she shed were on. You're gonna laugh at this. But somewhere along the way, I didn't get too much sleep the night before, so I fell asleep. And so I call Stacy and I say, "What happened? I fell asleep. I feel so bad." She goes, "I fell asleep too."
That's so funny. All right, let me play this.
Fall asleep on lives all the time. I wake up and it's a totally different live.
Yeah.
I looked at the replay and I said, I was wondering if I was yelling for us, but no, she just said goodbye and she probably was wondering why me didn't say anything.
All right. All right, guys, do me a favor. Tap, 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 tap. All right, guys, we're replaying Patrick Clancy's earlier testimony. Ooh, maybe if TikTok sees me on it, that'll be a little better.
Court, all rise. Jurors enter.
Lisa said I fall asleep and I end up in a Chinese Pearl live.
And now being that had been felt by me, and I just clicked request, and I had to restamp it, there, like just listening to the case that. Oh, right.
Come on.
Session, please be seated.
Good morning, Your Honor. May I proceed?
Yes, please.
Your Honor, before the court today, we have the continuation of the jury trial in the matter of Commonwealth versus Lindsay Clancy. Ms. Clancy is present. She is represented by Attorney Kevin Reddington, and the Commonwealth is represented by Assistant District Attorney Jennifer Sprague and Assistant District Attorney Shannon Buckingham.
All right, thank you, Madam Clerk. Well, good morning, everyone. Nice to see everyone again. So what I want to do is just kind of go through first. I'm going to ask.
All right, let's.
We're leaving the home on the night of January 24th.
And we'll probably go to sometime between 3 and 4. All right. Hopefully, I think tomorrow will be pretty much the same schedule. Tomorrow's Thursday. And then Friday, we are planning to go on that view. All right. And as a judge, I can control a lot of things. I can't control again, probably around 3 or 4 if we can. All right. And then on Friday, I'll discuss with you the next week's schedule.
Please raise your right hand. Please hold this with the you shall give to the court and the jury in the matter now pending between the Commonwealth and the defendant the bar shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So
Release the letter.
thank you. You may have a seat.
All right. Good morning, sir. All right. Ms. Sprague.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning.
Morning.
So on Monday, I had asked you some questions about the Surface Pro that you and the defendant had in your home and had access to, and about whether you had looked at a site on suicide methods on August 22nd. If I could ask you, did you look at a site for suicide methods on August 23rd, 2022?
I don't believe so.
And I'd also asked you on Monday about when you were leaving the home on the night of January 24th, 2023, your observations of Lindsay and the children. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And you had testified that you observed Dawson on the couch eating, I believe you said chicken nuggets and green beans. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you recall, if you're facing the couch, where he was on the couch?
If I were facing the couch, he would be to the right.
To the right, okay. And showing you a photograph of the living room where there are some bowls on the couch.
Yes, Brummy, this is
that a very
earlier.
accurate depiction of how the couch looked that night?
Yeah.
We could have this photo marked as the next exhibit.
All right. Any objection?
No, question.
That may be admitted.
Hey, Jen.
Now, as you're getting ready to
I
leave
agree,
the house
Elmo.
to head out to get the takeout, did Lindsay say anything to you?
Nothing specific that I can recall, just other than maybe goodbye.
Do you recall something about discussing something about CVS with her?
Yeah.
Okay. And what did she say about CVS?
She wanted me to pick up some stool softener for Cora.
And she hadn't mentioned that earlier in the text, correct?
Yeah, I don't think so.
So as you're leaving, she asked you to make a second or another stop while you're out. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And in response to that request, did you ask her to do something?
I don't remember.
I could show you page 77, lines 23 and 24, if you could just read those to yourself.
Yeah, I told her to text it to me, which she did.
I'm sorry, so that refresh your memory and
Yep.
asked her to text it to you?
Yep.
And did she do so?
She did.
And was that at approximately 5:15 p.m. that she texted PDLX?
Sounds correct.
Yes, Jen, so you're right. Both can be true. She could have been in a psychotic
Your two
state
stops
before.
then that night were going to be CVS and
Delusional.
the 3V restaurant, correct?
Yes.
Where did you go first?
CVS.
And do you remember the route that you took to get there?
Yeah, I went out our driveway, took a right on Winter Street, and then took a left on the main road and went to CVS.
So it's a pretty direct route from your house to CVS?
Yeah.
Here's the map. Just going to have you look at the screen, if you would. Look map.
I got to take some notes here. I feel like she shed.
And coming into this red dot here, is that the approximate location of your home at 47 Summer Street?
Yeah.
And then looking at this pink dot here next to Big Y, is that where the CVS is located?
Yes.
And that's the CVS you went to that night?
Yes.
So they were pretty close.
About how long did it take you to get there?
3 minutes.
And when you got to CVS, did you go inside?
Yes.
And what section did you go to in CVS?
I think it was pediatrics.
If we could pull up the CVS video. I'm going to ask you to look at the video here. Is that you entering the store?
Yeah.
Okay. And that section you head to on the right, is that the pediatric medication section?
Yeah.
Okay. And while you're in that section, looking for the medication, do you do something?
I called Lindsay
And why did you call Lindsay?
because what we were looking for wasn't there. The shelves were pretty empty. It was still during COVID.
I'm sorry, what?
It was during COVID, so
Okay, so, and was that call at about approximately 5:33 p.m.?
yeah.
Okay. And then, did she answer the call?
Yes.
She answered when you called her?
Actually, I think she didn't at first. She called back.
Okay. And did you receive a call back from her about a minute later at 5:34 p.m.?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. And can you describe that phone call for us?
It was very brief. I just said, I think there was a generic brand, and I said, is this one okay? And she said, yeah, that's fine.
And what was her demeanor during the call?
She was pretty quiet. It sounded like she was busy. I remember hanging up thinking she's probably in the middle of giving baths or something like that.
So it sounded to you like she was in the middle of something?
Yeah.
Were you able to understand her when she spoke to you?
Yeah.
And did she seem to understand what you were saying?
Yes.
Why do I feel like they think that in a
And she didn't
psychotic
seem to
state you
have
can't
any
speak correctly?
trouble recalling why you were at CVS or what you were looking for?
That's correct.
And did you, in fact, purchase some Pedialyx at CVS?
Yes.
Did you purchase anything else while you were there?
I bought a pack of Skittles.
Just showing you a receipt here from CVS. Does this appear to be?
Yeah, it's fine, but it's not always. It's not absolute.
Yeah.
We could have the CVS receipt. Mark this the next exhibit, please.
All right. That may be admitted.
26. And then if we could have the original CVS video marked as an exhibit and the CVS timeline, a condensed version like this, the following exhibit.
27 and 28.
We have the original mark is 27. And the timeline is 28, please.
My question would have been, why did she seem, what made you think that she was busy?
All right. Thank you.
After you had made your purchases at CVS, where did you go next?
To 3V.
And do you remember the route you took to get there?
Yeah, I think I got on Route 3 South for...
Keep your car sparkling clean and wash all you want starting at just $20 a month at any Green Clean Express Auto
come on,
Wash.
hurry up, hurry
Wash
up,
truly
hurry up, hurry up.
unlimited at any of our 18+ Green Clean locations. Fast, eco-friendly, and free vacuums. GreenCleanExpress.com.
Overpaying for car
Come on.
insurance? Elephant Insurance may be able to help. Customers who switched saved $820.
A copy, a digital copy of the map. We have it on the computer. I can make a hard
We
copy.
don't one and only have the exact time
That
of
may
the
be
incident, but I do know
We can use
that there are issues with the timeline.
empty case as a marker.
But thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
Is it 29?
All right. Thank you.
We could pull up the 3D video, please.
Yes, one and only. I know. We got to come up with a timeline.
Now, sir, how long approximately did it take you to get from CVS to 3V?
Probably around 10 minutes.
And when you got to the 3V restaurant, did you go inside?
Yeah.
I'm just going to ask you to watch the video on the screen. At 5:54:15 p.m., is that you coming in behind that other couple there?
Yeah.
You know what? One and only, maybe me and you together later will go and.
And what are you doing at that
Yeah,
point when you're looking at the
timeline.
bags?
I think I was looking for the bag with my name on it.
Dana, thank you for the heart, and I appreciate it.
Do you recall what you're doing on your phone at that time?
I don't. It could be work related, could be anything.
And the order that was listed under your name and phone number, correct?
I think Lindsay ordered it.
Right, but do you recall whose name it was under when you picked it up?
I don't recall specifically, but it could have been mine.
Show you a receipt here from 3B Restaurant for Mediterranean Parbowl and scallop and pork belly risotto. You could just look at the name and the number on the receipt.
Yeah, that's my name and my number.
So that's your phone number?
Yeah.
Okay. So although the defendant called in the order, your name and phone
Well, I
number were
think the
given and were
defense is
given
doing a
accurately, is that
timeline
correct?
because they're trying to say she
If we could
plotted
have
and
the
planned it.
3B video marked as the next exhibit.
Sure. That may be admitted. Yeah. Can I see counsel just very briefly?
Oh, geez, not another one. All right, how long is this sidebar? Because these sidebars are wild.
That may be admitted.
Sir, after picking up the order at 3.
We're going back over Patrick Clancy's
And do
testimony
you recall
from
the
this
route you
morning.
took home?
Probably the same route.
Thank you, thank you.
One exit
so
on the
much.
highway, and then went home.
Okay. Do you recall approximately how long it took you to get home?
I would guess 10 to 12 minutes.
Okay.
Me too, Jennifer. That's why we're going over it. I was a little late for court this
When
morning.
you arrived home, where did you park?
In the driveway.
What type of car did you drive then?
A Chevy Silverado.
Doesn't
And
matter.
was that a white pickup truck?
Yeah.
What kind of car did Lindsay drive then?
It was a Kia SUV.
And once you parked there, were both vehicles now in the driveway?
Yeah.
Yeah, Parody. I just feel like I don't know where you're
Show
going
you
with
a
some of these
series
lines of
photographs
questioning.
of
Like
the
I,
exterior of your home. You could just look through them and tell me if they accurately reflect how your home looked on January 24th, 2023.
it is very sad.
Yeah, these are accurate.
You could have these photographs of the exterior of the home front.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember what I ate for dinner last night either.
They may be admitted. Thank you.
It's 32 through 37, no, 38, so high. Sir, Showing you what's been marked as Exhibit 32. Is this the front of your house with the main door?
Yes.
And then showing you what's been marked as Exhibit 33. Where is this in relation to that main front door?
It's to the right.
And here, where the light is that a secondary entrance at the front of the house?
Yes.
And for the record, that's to the left of the garage.
Was it dark out? Hold on. Was it dark
Showing
out
you
when this
Exhibit
happened?
34. Can you tell us
It
which
happened to-
portion of the house this is?
In the evening,
It's to the left of the front door.
In the winter, right?
It's
In
to
the
left
winter, it would have been
of the
dark
fence there,
because
is that correct?
usually around here it gets dark
And
about
Exhibit
5.
35 is that more of
Whoa,
that same
I didn't
fence
even
on
think
the
of that.
left.
All right.
Yes.
And then showing you
Yeah.
Exhibit 36. Is this looking at your backyard from that
Yeah.
side area where the fence is?
Yes.
And then Exhibit 37.
No, I want people to remember
Also
that,
looking here.
you know, also when the sun
It's the
starts
back of
going
the
down,
house and the
right?
window where Lindsay
Mental health
jumped out.
actually gets worse.
And Exhibit 38.
So just the fact that it was going
Is
into the
that,
evening and the
a
sun
more
was going
direct
down,
view
like
of that back of the
mental health
house?
issues actually tend to get worse at night.
And so the window you referenced
That's why I was-
about
Hmm.
Lindsay, is it this upper right top window?
Yeah.
And what is behind that window?
No, they're on a 2-hour recess. We're just going back
The
to
window
this
to the
morning.
left there in the middle, what room is that window in?
That's the upstairs bathroom.
And then the top window on the far left, what room is that for?
And remember,
That was Dawson's
depression
Awesome.
gets worse during the winter
And
months,
then
right? With
directly
the snow
below
and the
top right window, so the bottom far right window, what room is that window for?
The living room.
And then again, the middle window on the bottom level.
Downstairs bathroom.
17 feet
And then
sounds
that
like not a lot, but when you're
window
jumping
on
out
the
of a
far
second
left
story
there,
window,
is that the kitchen?
it's a lot.
And on the far left of the photo where the sliding glass doors are, where does that lead into?
There's like a room off of the kitchen where there's a kitchen table.
When you got home and you parked your truck, how did you get into the home?
I went in through that side door.
The door that was to the left of the garage?
Yeah.
And what did you do once you got inside the home?
I started taking my boots off.
And did you have some bags with you from CVS and 3V?
Yeah.
Where did you place those?
On the kitchen island.
Show you a couple photos of that area where you came in.
So guys, I'm going to pause this 1 second. I just want to address one of the comments. I don't know if she was smart to do that if she wanted to die. You guys also got to remember, not only did she jump out of the second story window, and again, you know, I don't know if a second story window is 17 feet. However, when you jump in from a second story window, it's pretty high. Also, she took pills and she slit her wrist and she cut her neck. So, you know what I mean? Like, I think that she definitely made a statement with that. Sorry.
That area looked on January 24th, please.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Could have these two photos marked with the next exhibit, please.
They may be minute.
DK.
Exhibits 39 and 40. So we're showing you what's been marked as exhibit 39. Can you tell us where the sliding glass doors are in this photograph?
I'm going to interrupt this again by saying that, you know, I know people were saying they were superficial. Now I saw them. They were pretty bad. However, you also got to remember, anybody heard of cutters? Right? A lot of people, when they're in these states, they tend to cut to try and get them into a reality. You know what I mean? Trying to, sometimes the cutting, and and the pain they're hoping snaps them out of it. Like, do I still feel pain? That can definitely show, even though people are like, well, she didn't cut deep enough to kill herself. That could have been a grasp for reality. Am I making sense? Like to feel the physical pain to snap them out. Yeah.
They're to the left of the.
He's going to come back today, but they have other witnesses lined up for the rest of the day.
Good.
I didn't know she had a nurse with her in the courtroom.
Yeah, she had 2 the other day. I mean, you got to remember she is paralyzed, right? And yeah, she's in a psychiatric facility, so I'm sure they have to. She's on Q15. Well, she's also on Q15 suicidal checks, which means every 15 minutes, a psychiatric professional's got to lay eyes on her. And so that's probably why, another reason why they have the nurse there, is because if she is on suicide watch, they have to lay eyes on her. She could be on constant watch, or every 15 minutes, they have to watch her. So that could be another reason.
I just saw them talking about the 911 call. Oh my God, I can't imagine.
If someone has the transcript of that, if we can email it to me, I'd really like to go over that. That's
kitchen table.
I'm really curious.
You, just you, building your app on base 44.
Yeah.
The center of the photograph, is that correct?
Yeah.
And so these are the sliding glass doors?
Yeah.
And where's the door that you came through?
And again, if she was planning to do this, she literally just used what she had access to. There was a gym in the basement, right? If this was so plotted, you don't think she would have thought of an easier way to kill them?
The mirror or the photo there. Where does that lead?
The garage.
I feel like the grabbing of the exercise band showed the
Then
lack of
showing you
intent to
exhibit
just
40.
grab what she had available to her.
Is that where you placed the bags on the island in the kitchen?
Yes, in the middle of it right next to them.
Yeah, but in the
Stairs and done anything, but she brought them down to the basement.
right, but the basement is where they had a
When you
living
came into the
room
house
and
and you
like
were
they
taking
had a
off your
whole
boots
living
and
room
putting
and
things
living
down,
section down there.
Was there
That might
anything
have been a norm.
Yeah, the house was really quiet.
Oh,
Is that unusual?
Yeah.
And when you realized it was really quiet, what did you do?
I called out.
And who did you call out to?
Everyone.
Did anyone answer?
No.
After you called out and no one answered, what did you do next?
I think I don't know the order, but I called down in the basement and no one answered. And then I called Lindsay to see if she was home, because I looked out and I couldn't see her car, but it's because it was dark and her car's black.
Okay, so when you say you called down to the basement, when you approached the basement door, do you remember if it was open or shut?
It was shut.
So did you open it and yell down?
Yeah.
And there was no response?
Correct.
So apparently being in the basement was a norm for them.
Is that a fair and accurate depiction of the stairway down to the basement level?
Yeah.
We could have this marked as the next exhibit, please.
That may be admitted.
Exhibit 41. Do you recall when you opened the door to yell down whether the light was on or off?
Yeah, it was on, but Lindsay always left the light on.
And you said you called Lindsay, was that a phone call?
Yeah.
And was that at approximately 6:09 p.m.?
Yeah.
And did she answer?
No.
After calling down the stairs to the basement, did you leave the door open or did you close it?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I would think I closed it because I always try to keep it closed. I'm not sure.
But if you don't remember, then don't
And
say
so
that.
after you called Lindsay and didn't get a response, what did you do next?
I started checking upstairs.
And where did you check upstairs?
First, the bathroom. I thought maybe they were taking baths, but there's no one there.
And then where did you go?
The kids' bedrooms.
Was there anyone in the kids' bedrooms?
No.
And then did you go to your bedroom?
Yeah.
And were you able to get into your bedroom right away?
No, the door was locked, and that's when I knew something was wrong.
And when you realized the door was locked, did you have a way to unlock it?
See, yeah, the door was locked. I
Yeah,
knew that.
previous owners, when they installed the doorknobs, had these like these little keys that they taped to the back of each door. So I got the one from Cora's room, and I started unlocking the knob.
Yeah,
And
that's a warning for this.
when you unlocked the door to your bedroom, did you go in?
Yeah.
And what did you see when you opened the door and went in?
I just saw blood everywhere, and the window is open.
And showing you here a photo, is this the bed in your bedroom?
This is the father, yes. Patrick Clancy.
Now, the way the bed is in this photo, kind of pulled away from the wall and slightly askew or at an angle, is that the way it was typically?
No.
And when you left the bedroom that day for the last time prior to coming home later that night, was the bed in that position?
I don't think so.
Could have this photo marked as the next
It may be admitted.
Exhibit 42. And you said you saw the window, is that correct?
Yeah.
Was it open?
Yeah, there was wind blowing in.
Showing you a photo here. Is that a fair and accurate depiction of how the window looked?
Yeah.
Mark, what's the next exhibit, please?
That may be admitted.
Exhibit 43. Did you walk into the room and over to the window?
No.
How far into the room did you get?
Probably 1 or 2 steps, and then I immediately turned around and went outside.
And
Wait,
the
why?
blood that you saw, where was that located in the room?
It was everywhere. It was, it looked like it was sprayed almost with like a hose, and there was a huge puddle in the middle of the room, and it was sprayed all over
So obviously she bled.
pretty much every surface.
And we saw that picture yesterday.
I remember it was on the doorknob.
Okay. Showing you
You know that feeling when the playlist is easy?
Hey, don't forget the good stuff.
The breeze shows up on time. Oh, this looks so good. But the picnic doesn't really start until the potato salad arrives. Yeah, we know.
Now
that
I see
feeling.
why y'all pay for the
Reese's,
premium.
proud sponsor of Good Times.
Always at the worst time.
we could have these sort of.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna go back. I want to see that picture.
When did you get?
Probably 1 or 2 steps, and then I immediately turned around and went outside.
And the blood that you saw, where was that located in the room?
It was everywhere. It was, it looked like it was sprayed almost with like a hose, and there was a huge puddle in the middle of the room, and it was sprayed all over pretty much every surface. I remember it was on the doorknob.
Okay. Showing you 3 photos. Do you recognize what's depicted there? And is that a fair and accurate depiction of how the room looked on January 24th, 2023?
Yeah.
That's so funny, Dory J.
We could have these sort of 3 photos marked as the next exhibits.
It may be admitted.
He thinks that she belongs in the psychiatric hospital.
So showing you what's been marked exhibit 44. Is this the entrance to the room, looking into the room?
Yeah.
And then exhibit 45, is this mirror to the right of that bureau we were just looking at?
Yep.
And this area right here, is this the blood you were
3
referring
years.
to?
He
Yeah,
remembered.
that's some of the blood.
And then in exhibit 46, is that getting closer to the window?
Yeah.
And is that more of the blood that you were talking about?
Yeah.
That's a lot of blood for someone they're saying is superficial and didn't bleed.
Going back to exhibit 42, there's no blood on the walls or on the bedding, correct?
On those walls and the bedding, correct.
Yeah, on those walls.
Sir, were you aware that the defendant's phone was found on the bed in the bedroom that night?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't seem to like this prosecutor. He doesn't seem to be too nice to him. So after he testified, he did go out and have an anxiety attack where he had to be treated. And we don't know that he'll even be back today.
They're showing you this phone with this light brown case. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
Whose phone is it?
That was Lindsay's phone.
And is this the phone that she was consistently using between September of 2022 and, well, actually August of 2022 throughout the fall and into January of 2023?
Yeah.
We have this marked as an activity.
That may be admitted.
47. Sir, after making those observations in the bedroom, what did you do next?
I ran downstairs and went outside.
And do you recall whether you went out the front door or the back door?
I went out the back door.
So that would be the sliders, is that right?
Yeah.
And where did you go from there?
I just looked around in the backyard below that window and I saw Lindsay.
And where did you see her?
She was face up in the backyard.
And where in the backyard was she?
At the bottom of the window.
And so, looking at exhibit 38, you said this was the window, correct, the top right?
Correct.
Where was she in relation to that window?
Directly below it.
So down here by the window well?
Yeah.
For the record, I was pointing straight below the bottom right window by the window well. I'll show you a photo of that window you were referring to. Is this the exterior view of that window to your bedroom that night?
Yeah.
We could have this one.
So what are we,
That may be
where are we going with this? I need a little clarity here, honey. Land the plane. This window, you sure the window on the right? Pretty sure.
I'm showing you exhibit 48. So the window's open, correct?
Yes.
Hey, Lumi.
And the screen for the window is up, correct?
Yeah.
At any point in time that night or afterwards, did you notice
Oh, well,
that the screen
she
was
planned
cut
it.
or broken in any
She
way?
pulled up the screen
I
first,
didn't notice
didn't
that,
jump
no.
through the screen.
And when you saw Lindsay on the ground there under the window, which direction was her body facing?
Her head was closer to the house. Her feet were away from the house.
Okay. And did you go to her?
Yeah.
And did you observe any injuries?
Yes.
And what did you see?
She had deep cuts on her wrists, and she had a red line across her neck. I wasn't sure what it was at first, but she cut her neck.
And do you recall that these wounds weren't actively bleeding at the time?
I later learned that I said that on the 911 call.
Yeah. And when you observed these wounds, is it correct that the 911 operator asked you or instructed you to apply pressure if needed?
I don't recall the whole call, but I believe that's probably true.
Okay. And you didn't at the time feel the need to apply pressure to any of those wounds, correct?
Correct.
Did you say anything to Lindsay when you found her in that state?
Yeah, I said, what happened?
Yes, Teresa,
And
we're
what was
going
her
over the
response?
statement from this
She said I
morning.
tried to kill myself.
Did you ask her anything else?
I said, where are the kids?
And what was her response?
She said they're in the basement.
And at that time, she didn't tell you that they needed help or they were in danger or they were injured, correct?
Correct.
And so you mentioned talking to someone on 911. At what point did you call 911?
I don't know the exact time, but it took a few minutes because my phone was switching between Wi-Fi and
I mean,
911.
it took a
So
few
I
minutes,
almost just
though. I don't
started
like that answer. It
calling
took
out for
a
the
few
neighbors,
minutes.
but eventually it went through.
Okay. So you had some difficulty connecting, but eventually you connected to the 911 operator?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you stay on the phone with them while they were sending people to respond?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't 911 automatically go through? Yeah, I agree.
While you're on the phone with 911, are they asking you questions and you're responding with information about her condition?
Yeah.
And if you could just look at the screen here, is this the model of the first floor of your home?
Yes.
Okay. And so we have here the sliding glass doors. Where would the basement door be in this model?
Directly below the stairs.
So now that it's flipped around, is this the door to the basement right here?
Yeah.
And for the record, that's the door across from the downstairs bathroom.
Yeah.
And then how long approximately, and I know you weren't looking at your watch or anything like that, but can you estimate for us how long it took for first responders to arrive?
4 or 5 minutes.
Okay. And during that time, are you continuing to try to talk to Lindsay?
Yeah.
Is she responding?
She was in and out of consciousness.
Okay. Was she breathing on her own?
I believe so.
Okay. And you're communicating information to the 911 operators, and are they giving you, advice on how to deal with the situation as it progresses?
Yeah.
Okay. Once emergency personnel arrive, what do you do?
I immediately got up and ran to the basement.
Okay. And do you still have the phone on you? You're still on the 911 call?
Yeah, I didn't realize it at the time, but I did.
Okay. And have you look at this model here on the screen? Is this a fair and accurate depiction of the setup of your basement?
Yeah.
Okay. If you can just describe the rooms for us, what the purpose of each room was.
So the room in the back left was my office. The room with the black
If you
rubber
didn't
mat
need
is
to
the
apply
gym.
pressure,
And then there's the
she
living
was
room to the right of
speaking,
that.
wouldn't you? I would have gone to
And
look
then the
at the
back
kids.
right is just an area of the living room. And then there's a bathroom next to that.
So when you come down those stairs that night, which direction did you go?
Immediately went left.
See, there was
And
a
when you
whole
went
living
left, what did
room.
you see?
I saw Cora.
And how did she look?
She had a band around her neck.
And was that an exercise band?
Yeah.
And do you recall whether she was, what position she was in, whether face up or face down?
She's face down.
And
Want to know a secret
Yeah,
to
I
confident,
agree.
successful students? Tutors. And Wyzant has the largest.
Immediately ran over and tried to take the band off.
were you able to get the band off?
Yeah.
And do you recall how you got the band off?
This is
I think I
Jamie. This
untied
is
it.
from this morning.
And when you say untied it, was it in a knot that you had to, put everything down and unknot it, or how was it tied?
I'm not sure I fully remember.
Do you recall describing it previously as when you initially tie your shoes, but then don't do the bow?
Yeah, that sounds right.
And was she responsive?
No.
And what did you see or do next?
I saw Callan.
And where was he?
He was next to her.
And how did he appear?
He had a band around his neck.
Sorry?
He had a band around his neck.
And did you remove that as well?
Yeah.
And do you recall what position he was in?
Same as Cora.
And looking at the model here, if you could just tell us, where was Cora?
The left of the couch.
So would that be this area here that I'm pointing to in between the bureau and the couch?
Yeah.
And where was Callan?
To her left.
So would that be more over here towards the chair and the bureau?
Yeah.
After you removed the band from Callan's neck, what did you do next?
I tried to find Dawson.
And where did you go?
I looked in the bathroom and on the other side of the couch. And then I went to the other side of the basement and he was in my office.
And when you saw Dawson, what condition was he in?
I knew he was gone.
And did he also have a band around his neck?
Yeah.
And did you remove that band?
Yeah.
And looking at the office here, where was he located within the office?
Just to the left of the door when you went in.
Just in this area here, right inside the door?
Yeah.
The band, what happened next? So would that be this area here that I'm pointing to in between the bureau and the couch?
Yeah.
And where was Callan?
To her left.
So would that be more over here towards the chair and the bureau?
Yeah.
After you removed the band from Callan's neck, what did you do next?
I tried to find Dawson.
And where did you go?
I looked in the bathroom and on the other side of the couch. And then I went to the other side of the basement and he was in my office.
And when you saw Dawson, what condition was he in?
I knew he was gone.
And did he also
5,
have a
3,
band
and
around
8
his neck?
months, Lonnie.
Yeah.
And did you remove that band?
Yeah.
And looking at the office here, where was he located within the office?
Just to the left of the door when you went in.
Just in this area here, right inside the door?
Yeah.
So we may approach briefly.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, it really is hard to listen to.
Now, after finding Dawson and taking off the band, what happened next?
I think I was back and forth. I think I went to try to help Cora.
Did you try to give her CPR?
Yeah.
At some point in time, do the first responders make their way down to the basement?
Yeah.
And do they take over care of the children?
Yeah.
Where do you go?
They sent me upstairs.
Okay. And at this point, Your Honor, I'd move to submit the 911 call.
Naughty, my take
as the
being
next exhibit.
a nurse, my take on this is, and this is
It
just
may
from what
be
I've seen so
allowed,
far.
pursuant
I
to
haven't,
the
I have to
earlier
finish
order.
watching what they put out. I do believe that there is plenty of reason to believe she was in a psychotic episode so far. In fact, I think it would be completely understandable to see how and why, and yeah, Lumi. But again, I haven't seen
Cora,
every
Dawson,
the
and Cullen removed
prosecutors
from the
putting
home and
out,
taken to a
so
hospital.
time will tell.
Was that Beth Israel Deaconess in Plymouth?
Yeah.
Did you also go to that location?
Yeah.
And at the hospital, were you able to see your children?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And was Callan then transported to Children's Hospital?
Yeah.
Did anyone ever tell you not to leave your kids alone with Lindsay?
No.
In January of 2023, did Lindsay ever tell you that she wanted to harm your children?
No.
Did she ever tell you she was going to kill your children?
No.
I'm going to pause this for a second. Someone just said she only heard the voice once, and that's when she did it. Well, it makes sense that the most drastic thing that happened the first time she heard the voice, right? It just became too much for her. That to me is also understandable. However, I think she did state she heard him before. She may not have said anything.
Did you receive, a few days after this happened, did you receive a phone call from the defendant while she was at Brigham and Women's Hospital?
I think it was like a week or so after, yeah.
And what did the defendant say at that time about what had happened with the children?
She didn't talk about our kids. She talked about what she went through.
And what did she say about?
Baby on board and behind the wheel.
Man.
More drivers mean
Do it now, she would lose her chance or something like that.
And did she also tell you that she had had a moment of psychosis?
I don't recall.
Right.
Did she mention the children at all during that call?
I don't think so. I mean, not directly.
Had she ever mentioned psychosis to you before?
No, I didn't know what psychosis was until after this happened.
Did she ever tell you she was hearing a man's voice before?
No.
If I may have a moment, Your Honor.
Sure.
I have no further questions for this witness.
All right.
I just have exhibits
All
after.
right. Counsel, can I see just briefly, sidebar?
Not the sidebar.
I would move to submit some evidence first.
This I don't get. You can't get me to understand why she did this. Because whether or not she did it is not in question. This was for the emotional pull of the jury, 100%. Because she never said she didn't do it. We're not trying to figure out if she did it.
January 24th, 2023.
So this really was just a manipulative, tactic. It was a strategy. It wasn't because trigger warning, guys.
First, the pajama pants.
And again, and it was honestly, conspiracy was just done for, because whether or not she did it isn't in question.
Pajama shirt.
But we can show the clothes, but we can't hear the 911 call. You can't make that make sense to me. I get the autopsy pictures of the children are unnecessary. I get that. But the 911 call, but we'll show their clothes that they died in. And we'll show the bands that were wrapped around their neck. Y'all make that make sense to me.
We could have these marked as one exhibit.
They may be admitted. Thank you.
I see you, Lucy. I will in 1 second.
We have dinosaur underwear for the record. And a gray t-shirt or shirt, long sleeve shirt.
She is bawling her eyes out. It's just so sad.
Have this as the next exhibit, please.
That may be admitted.
Exhibit 2. And then Helen's pajamas.
Like, that's unnecessary. Come on, man. That's what I don't need to see. I need to hear the 911 call, but I don't need to see the baby's pajama pants that he was wearing when he died. Yes, the attorney is holding her hands.
Yellow exercise band found with Dawson.
And again, the bands, having done it with the band,
This is the next exhibit, please.
shows me she used which she had access to. You didn't plan that then, because that's what she had access to.
Black
And
exercise band.
Lindsay is
found
not
with
watching. She's not looking. She's looking away.
Yeah, this is the next exhibit, please.
That may.
And then the blue exercise band found with Callan.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it.
We could have this as the next exhibit, please.
That may be admitted.
Your Honor, we would ask that the 911 call be played.
All right. All right. Members of the jury, I just kind of wanted to give you,
I can't imagine.
sometimes in a trial, evidence that is introduced that.
Yes, so
produces
after
in jurors
testifying, the
emotional
husband
response.
went and
For
had a
example,
panic
it's
attack. He had to be
understand-
treated by EMS.
Feel sympathy.
They'll resume
empathy when you
and
hear or
reconvene in
see,
an hour.
certain evidence. And so, but as jurors who have taken an oath to follow
Court will be
the law,
resuming shortly.
I'm instructing you that the law says you must separate any emotional reaction on your part from the informational value and weight of the evidence. You must not be influenced in any way by the unpleasant nature of some of the evidence, including testimony, including exhibits. And so you must find the
resumes at
facts
2
in this
p.m.
case based only on the evidence. And
This is
so,
heartbreaking.
You can't find facts or base your decision on sympathy, anger, passion, or prejudice or pity for or against either
I didn't
side.
see you, one and only. I'm
Rather,
sorry.
your verdict must be based solely on the evidence that is introduced in this case and my instructions and any other limiting instructions. And I'll go into that, but I just kind of wanted to remind you of that as we go
Check
through
your
this.
email. I was
And
not
at this
sure
point,
if it's what you were looking
we'll
for.
go into
Michelle, I'll
play,
check it in 2 seconds.
The exhibit, which is, I believe, the 911 call. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I want to remind everyone that there is a order entered by the court regarding this matter. It's not to be recorded. It's not to be broadcast, and it's not to be reproduced in any way, subject to any sanctions that would go along with the violation of that court order. But it's going to remind everybody that order applies to the media.
Right.
It applies to the
Hold
public.
on, I'm checking my email,
So I
guys.
just
I
kinda
didn't
wanted to
even
remind
trying to
everybody,
run too many things at once.
in regards to that. So with that, Commonwealth?
And it went mute here for a second. Let me see.
I know that people probably didn't want to see those closed. It is hard to see, but I think the prosecution did that because they want to get their point across, so I can understand that.
All right, this is the transcript. Hold on one second. All right, I'm going to show this. I'm just going to hide the name. Can y'all see that? I'm trying to keep anonymity here, guys. Let me see if... So, the transcript is the 911 explained how she tried to commit suicide. Multiple voices. Where is she now? Stay awake. They're asking how old she is. He replied, 31 to 33. Is she awake? Yes. Is she breathing? Yeah. Lindsay, what did you do to your neck? She's talking. When? Last half hour. Who said that? Who said when last half hour? Maybe him to the, how far did she fall? 20 feet. There's multiple voices. They're asking him, is she responding normally? He said a little bit. Wake up. What part of the body was injured? Neck. She's breathing. Lindsay, look at me. Look at me. Are there weapons? I don't see any. Where are the kids? Multiple voices speaking. Do not move her. Open your eyes. Can someone... Okay, Lindsay, look at me. Open your eyes. I'm going to tell you how to stop the bleeding. It's not bleeding. Open wounds. She's in the backyard. Is there something on her neck? A knife or something? Can you put pressure on it? No. So, actually, he didn't say, if you want to put pressure, does it need it? He just said, can you put pressure on it? No. What is that? Oh, hold on. Let me... Sorry. And he said that she was... It was in and out, she said. He said, can you put pressure on it? No, there's multiple voices. Lindsay, wake up. There's moaning. Put pressure on the cut. Lindsay, look at me. Say my name. She's conscious. Don't move her. Tell her to be still. Background whimpering. Sirens in the distance. I'm going to stay on the line with you. Is there a fence? right here, right here. I need you to stay and go check on my kids. Hello, footsteps, guys. Oh no, yelling. Oh no, yelling. Wake up, screaming. What is he screaming about? Crying, screaming, gasping. Oh my God. Screaming. Hello, what's going on? Basement. Oh my God. Hello. Screaming. Ah, she killed my kids. She killed the kids. Oh my God. Screaming. Oh shit. Then the court took a recess.
So the bit that I don't get is when it says about checking on the kids, who's saying that? Is that him or is that one of the
Yeah, when they came up to the scene, he told them, stay with her. I got to go check on my kids. Then he goes to the basement. Now, what I find really funny is they asked him, did the 911 say something about needing to put pressure on the neck? And you said it wasn't needed. That's actually not what happened, because in this transcript, it says, put pressure on the cut. Look at me. And then it says, hold on. He responds, no, somewhere. How far did she fall? 20 feet. She's breathing. Look at me. Where are the kids? Open your eyes. Can someone, okay, Lindsay, look at me. Open your eyes. I'm going to tell you how to stop the bleeding. It's not bleeding, open wounds. It's not bleeding, open wounds. She's in the backyard. Is there something on her neck, a knife or something? Can you put pressure on it? No.
And I think he said because it wasn't bleeding, so that's probably why he said
It's
no.
not, it does say it's not bleeding, open wounds. She did jump out of the window. So she took pills, cut her neck, cut her wrists, and then jumped out of the second story window. And again, everyone keeps saying it's only 20 feet. Guys, that's a second story window. Like,
I need somebody that fell because they were inebriated out of a 20-foot window and they broke both femurs and were in a wheelchair for 6 months and they almost passed away when it happened. So it can really mess you up.
yeah.
Didn't they say that she landed head first?
I did not hear that. All I know is, and again, they keep, you know what? I'm going to try and do this. So my whole thing is they tried to say that she like just slid down the wall, but her head was towards the house and her legs were away from the house. So if she slid down that wall, like they said, how was her head against the wall? Like it was a straight jump. There was no slant there. Does that make sense?
Yesterday they said that she landed head first.
I don't know. I didn't see that.
I'm gonna wait to hear something on that. Yeah, I don't know how.
I don't know if they would know that.
I'm not an expert, but it's very hard to unalive yourself by your neck. It's easy for someone to do it to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard to do that yourself with that level of force on you. Yeah, to get that right is very hard.
Yeah.
It's okay, but to get that right, so that would have not been a thing that she probably really thought about. And I think that's when she's done it that and then jumped, because it is virtually impossible to slit your own XYZ.
Yeah. So let me tell you this too.
To do it, you know what I mean?
If people are saying that she planned it because she hesitated, I'm going to say this. If she was following the direction of these command hallucinations, right, then it's definitely possible she had to, because the voices were telling her to, but she was definitely scared in the process, right? But she knew she had to. And again, you got to remember that's a fight within the reality in her own head. So I can see her hesitating because, like, I have to, but, like, I don't want to. You know what I mean? Like, and that could be why the slits weren't that deep. Like, it hurts. I can't. I have to. It's telling me I have to. there's a hesitation there because she's following the commands because she doesn't have a choice in her head. You know what I mean? And again, unless you have the proper understanding of somebody in psychosis and this whole situation, it really seems far-fetched, but it's not at all.
I said the other day with my daughter, they try something, it don't work. Then we try something else, it don't work. Because that's what she actively looks for, something to do it. So I think she's tried them ways, they've not worked. She's tried the pills, they've not worked. And then her last thing was sorry, last thing was a window. But the other ones were her trying to do it a different way and not getting the response that she wanted.
Right.
Like, as in the voice didn't stop, so he did something else, then it didn't stop. So, and it's like a pattern of what people try.
Yep.
They try the less invasive things first. Like we said, the wrist thing is just, would be one way, but again, it takes a lot of time. It takes quite a while to bleed, and if you look at how long it takes to do that, it's quite a while. And I don't think she wanted to just do it. So the window would have been instant, wouldn't it, if it had been a different scenario? Whereas the others would have taken a while to. That's why people do it in the bath as well. There's theories against that. People do it in the bath.
Right.
That's quicker.
Now you
actually do it by your wrist. It's not instant. It takes 10-15 minutes to do it that way.
Yeah, Lizard Band, thank you for the follow. You also got to remember the hesitation again. If she's following the commands and she's in fear because this psychosis is happening, and you know what I mean? Everyone's like, well, she didn't take enough pills. She may have taken those pills in the beginning, realizing I need to get out of this. This voice is telling me to do this. There may have been hesitation there, and she may have taken those pills just for like what is happening, not necessarily as a suicide attempt as well. You know what I mean? Like, she may have started hearing the voices, took something, was like, this is getting too much. And then, there's a lot of scenarios that could have happened here. All that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. I mean, you have to sit there and think how long it took her to unalive each child. So, I don't know. And you got to think about it. Even the first child, let's say, you started with the older children, they had to fight in some way.
Right.
And just to take the time to do that.
I mean, if you really think about it, at 5 years old, I mean, what does it take? 3 to 4 minutes per person?
Yeah, they say about 3 to 4 minutes, yeah.
So that's 12 minutes in total. And you have total control over them because you're bigger than them, right? Again, you could have been laying on top of them. It would have made it very easy.
Oh, that's a tough one for me.
Yeah.
Lindsay wants to know if you have the medication list.
I do. Who sent me the medication list? Hold on 1 second. I'm going to shut this off for a second, guys. The kids were 5, 3, and 8 months old.
Just resend it. It was me. So can you resend it if you want, and then it's at the top.
Can you please? You know what? It takes a minute. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up here.
Some of the medications, I mean, you heard, you took one she took for 2 days and then called the doctor and said it wasn't working. I mean, 2 days is not enough for the medication to work.
Right.
So she was like bouncing.
But however, 2 days is long enough to have a side effect of a medication. I need people to be able to differentiate between that.
That's true. That is true.
You know what I mean? So while you didn't give it enough time to work, you absolutely could have had a bad side effect from it. Hold on. Here we go. Can I make this? I don't know if I can make this smaller. Here we go. And I will show this on. I'll see this. Let me get a better angle here, and then I'll show you guys over on.
Yeah, she wasn't taking all these at once.
No.
Do we know what was in her system? Do you also have?
Do we know what was in her system? Yeah, I got to pull that up. Hold on, let me just show them this. Oh. All right, here we go.
Yeah, you got to kind of go down the timeline of who's taking these medications.
Yeah.
People look at the list and they think she was taking all that at once.
No, and she wasn't taking a lot of them. So she was on Valium.
That was what she was prescribed after I got it off a court thing at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. You have my fingerprints now. You guys can see my fingerprints. Trazodone, Ativan, Klonopin, Prozac, Seroquel, Miralax. Is that it? Is that so? She was also on Zoloft. She was on. Let me think off the top of my head. She was also on Zoloft. She was on. There's something else she was on.
They're the ones that we took from the house, not the ones that with some in the car as well. That's after search warrant that they took that day.
Got you.
That's where they're from. So the ones that are missing,
Remron,
the ones that are in the
Ambien,
car.
right. Okay. So these were just the ones, got it. Okay. So yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot coming into play here, I feel like.
I'm not being funny, but if all them were in the house, then all them would not make her have to jump out the window, would they? So actually, that attempt where she took a few, if all them were available, that's a pretty lethal mixture.
Right. Yeah, she was on Boost Bar at one
She
time.
wouldn't have had to go any further, would she? But she's only grabbed, I don't know what she grabbed to try.
Right.
It wasn't all there, because she wouldn't have been there.
Yep.
So again, that shows that a false thing, anybody would think, well, 2 bottles of that would, there's enough there to sing your horse in there or more. So
her husband had a lot on his plate and everything, but it's curious to me that he didn't know what she was taking and when and how much she was taking at a time.
Yeah.
I mean, the first thing that they tell you is to lock it away. I had to do that. I had to buy a lockbox for my daughter. That's the first thing I was told after the first time. And when she got discharged, I had to keep a lockbox with them in, especially some of the really closer ones.
Yeah,
So
I understand that, yes.
Maybe he didn't question it for so first.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But that would have been part of the plan when she came out of the unit thing. That's what would happen here. You would be given and the responsibility would be given to someone else. I mean, she was an adult and that, so probably not. But it's usually someone else that has a responsibility to X, Y, and Z them medications and not leave them about. But like I say, she was an adult and a mum, so and a nurse.
Yeah. Yep. All right, guys. So we're going to resume court at 2 p.m. I'm going to take a break, go eat lunch, go give my little one some lunch, and I will be back at a few minutes before 2.
Is that 7, Wilson? It's 20 past 6 now.
So it's
Are you
about
20 past 1?
it's about 40 minutes.
Okay.
So about a half hour.
Yeah.
Well, 30 minutes. We'll reconvene in 30 minutes. All right, guys. I will see everyone then. Thank you, guys. All right. Let me end you guys over